Okay, I have pushed the button. We should be live. I am waiting for confirmation that we are live. And then I will start spreading the link around the dark web. And we can see what kind of viewership we can get. Come on, YouTube. Wake up, YouTube. Wake up.
The advert.
Okay, I have pushed the button. Oh, excellent. We are live. Hello and welcome to the first ever tournament hosted by me on this channel. So, previously on Battlestar Galactica, we had arranged for playoffs. So we had winners bracket and losers bracket, and people played off against each other. So we're now halfway between round 2 and round 3. We're going to hopefully live stream some of the games now, and I have the replays. All right, and someone messaged me, and he tried to re-upload his replay, but it didn't save. Okay, he's going to do it now. Okay, cool. So basically, this is going to be the winners bracket. Any donations or anything will go into the winners pot, which will be distributed as evenly as possible. Hello, Phoenix King. Welcome. We are in voice chat with a couple of the contestants right now. There's been some banter going on. The race to the bottom is real, and the race to the top, apparently. So, yeah, that's all been a bit of a good laugh. And as you can see from my screen, we've got a whole bunch of replays that have been submitted of various degrees of quality. What is this army? Oh, this is when you fought Agitator, aka Crusher. Man, you had a big army. That's a lot of units. Alright. Well, hopefully we can just jump straight into a battle. So we've got some people preparing right now to start up. So hopefully we can.
Yo, there's hard carry right there.
Is he in
hard
the stream
but
not in voice chat? Wow. Well, at least he tuned into the stream. Is loyal. Hey, hard carry. Thank you for.
Yeah, was there a fund limit setting for? I don't know multiplayer that well, but some of these look like there is unlimited funds.
So if you go to battle, right, well, I'm gonna host one of them at any rate.
Okay.
So
I mean, it should just be large funds by default,
yeah.
right?
So host battle. I should probably not show what the host details are on stream. So let me just. Does that screen even work? That screen does not work. Excellent. We'll swap to that thief. And we'll set the game up so it's SkavenDan, and the password I will DM or put in text chat so that no one can randomly join. Okay, so I am spectating this one. So yeah, it's default funds, ultra unit size, 20 minutes, normal difficulty, but it's large armies. The large armies are what increase the funds and make it quite significant. Hello, hard carry. So do you guys want to? Do you guys want to join first? Do you want to be on the live stream?
I'm ready.
Ready?
Where's my mic? All right.
Yeah, I can hear you. Like I'll hop into the other channel because like you two want to talk to each other. That's fine. But I will send you the invite code then. And that way we can do this. All right. Good luck, guys. All right. I'll just drag you guys in here so that we're not messing with their battle. So they should be joining the battle anytime now. So let's just find a map. We don't want Alpine Ridge because apparently we've had a lot of Alpine Ridge. What's going to be a good one? See, the thing is, we've been so green about multiplayer. I know nothing about these maps. I think that looks like a decent one. I don't know.
Because you could get one that benefits both of them to a degree.
Yeah, but if I don't know at all, then you know it's fair, isn't it? It's completely in the middle.
Random and fair are two different things.
There is actually a random map. Does that? Oh yeah, I can just press random map after typing multiplayer in. Wait, those aren't No, those aren't from this. Okay, it's not taking into consideration the fact that I've semi-searched for a map. Okay, we're going to use this one then, I guess. Volksgrad. That looks like an interesting map with a bit of tree play. I'm joined in chat by Crispy Sheep, who is a fellow Brit,
Hey.
and it's me, Hawkeye GG. I'm going to call you Hawkeye GG from now on because this is esports, baby! GG! So, hello everyone in chat. Hello, Ark. It's been a while. I know you can't stand seeing my little men on Legendary running around. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so, while these guys get their army sorted, it looks like it's going to be Grand Cathay versus the Dark Elves. Like I say, I've never done this before, so I'm sorry if it's a bit green, but, you know, we all got to start somewhere, right? I am going to start promoting the stream while these guys ready up, so it should be an interesting fight. They've both won at least one battle to get this far, so it should be good.
I would believe Grand Cathay would bring a bit of artillery, so that could work against them on this map with all the trees and the ridges.
Honestly, I don't know. Like this is
There
what
are
makes
many
this
things.
exciting, right?
Yeah.
Like this map is kind of balanced, so too much artillery is going to screw you over, but the right amount might provide a strategic area of cover. Could be good. It could be.
There's a lot of sneakiness you can pull off with this map.
Oh, well, you know, I'm always going to approve of sneaky. Come on. Who are you talking to? This is the way. Yes. So, I think we're still waiting for them to ready up. One would assume there is some kind of alert when everyone's ready, right?
They should check.
Yeah, there
check
should be a check
next to the
mark.
names.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tense. It's tense, Ark. We're doing it. We're doing something different on the channel. I'm actually kind of stoked. So we've been talking about doing a versus and tournaments and stuff for ages. So to finally start doing it is great. This could be great for the channel as well. Give it a little
Harder
bit
than Legendary is multiplayer, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is harder than Legendary because you don't know what people are going to do you? Like when we've done the little mini like tournaments in the Discord before, like a couple of people said they hate me because 9 out of 10 times I'm just lazy, so I just press random generate army, and everyone's like, you can't plan to beat that because Dan just presses random generate army. It's like fighting the unknown.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, a guy was having like a midlife crisis and going through to fight me the next round. He was like, I don't want to do it.
Lines reading: SkavenDan finds new meta, defeats world champion by being completely insane.
Yeah, that's what I used to do. I'd just take random stuff all the time because it's just, you know, it's different. Again, it's only a one-off battle as well, so it's not like it matters that much. So yeah, a bit of a mad. Let's just try it and see, yeah? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I need like Dr. Pepper soundbite and stuff for my stream. What's the worst that could happen? Okay, I'm getting a DM from someone. Again. I've had, like, hands off to anyone who organises tournaments because this has taken so much time and effort to organise. Yeah. Okay. Vidix is apparently going to join us in chat. Spoon Wars. You should try play hard or legendary difficulty. Only noobs play legendary. Is that right? Yeah. Next year it should have no caps and be as stupid as possible. Well, we might be able to do that. We'll see what's the interest.
I think the funds were quite generous. You got almost 25,000 to work with. That gives enough for
the large
quite
armies is a huge boost.
Yeah, you can get quite a lot of hijinks involved.
Here we go. So it's Grand Cathay Miao Ying versus Malekith. Couple of heroes on Malekith's side. Couple of flying units from Miao. That's a lot of Dark Elves. Why is one side
you
like...
want to go with the full stack of Queen Bess? Yeah, if you take your army caps off, unit caps.
Yeah, Axe crazy like that.
So,
Okay. Well, it looks like we're having an elite army versus a large army, right? Yes. There looks like there are a lot of Dark Elves on the other side of this map. I'm not sure how well the artillery is going to do with all these tree lines dotted around. This is going to be interesting. Okay, I'm going to blank this screen so that there's no cheating going on until it starts. I'll share my screen in the Discord for you guys there, so you guys can see in real time, I guess, if you want. Might help you guys if you're going to commentate. Oh, we get a gold damage value as well, so I literally can just decide from gold damage value who gets the wooden spoon. That's kind of nice. I never forget the time you went full helicopters and I had no range. Just because you were beastmen and I was playing with slayers and helicopters, Ark, that's not cheating, that's perfectly balanced and fine.
all he had to do was take the guy on the ground.
Yeah, that's why I had slayers on the ground. So they were unbreakable outside the corner.
Well, in my campaigns as the sisters, I'd have a mage on the ground with the invisibility cloak that the sisters can craft, and then the rest would be hawk riders and the sisters on the hawk, just untouchable from the ground. You can get some crazy stacks going if you don't have the army cap, but I think it gives a certain amount of diversity to have force for players to require different units.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to see just what kind of unit compositions we got with the unit caps enabled, because, you know, this way you're pretty much tapped at 4 of each unit type. Like, you can still get a decent variety of range units. I don't know if this actually makes any faction suffer, really. But,
No, I didn't see any that. Didn't see any that suffered from it. But there is generally enough choice.
Yeah. I mean, and this is with large funds, right? If we'd not got the funds set to double army, then armies would be smaller, and you wouldn't have this much of an issue. Okay, they're still setting up. Like, there's quite a lot of setup to be done. Like, this map is, yeah, I think I'm making them all think. Like, they're deciding what to do with all the little woods dotted around. There's definitely room for some shenanigans. The screen's all like, yeah, it's because people are placing their armies, and I don't want anyone to say there was any cheating involved. So for now. For now, it's just so that we get what we get. We should be ready soon. It looks like they're about ready to start. Both sides look to have pretty much deployed in some formation. The Dark Elves. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you got a couple of monitors, you could easily put the stream up on the other monitor and know, like, what's happening. You don't want to make it that kind of thing. I guess I could just do this, right? Let's just do this, actually. I put it in cinematic mode, so you'll see the map, but not the armies. There you go. So I guess that's better for now. So you're going to be moving in now, so it looks like they're ready. Okay, here we go. Yeah, if Videx wants to join chat, he needs to drop in another chat, and then I can pull him in. Okay. So, pretty standard setups. Cathay's positioned themselves pretty defensively on a little bit of a hill. The wood's making it a bit of a trouble for them to do too much. Using the flyers to scout, that's pretty clever on his part. You know what, who's who? Okay. Cathay is the streamer, so no pressure there for the streamer. Credibility on the line as a single-player campaign guy. Oh, he's not holding back with the artillery firing straight into the trees. I'm not sure that's a good idea. As he's trying to scout around with the flyers to see what else is going on. Dark Elves moving up into formation. He's got some masters in the air. They're going to be pain. But looks like first blood's going to the streamer. 2 units for the price of 1 with that volley. And he's just marching on there. He does not care, but he does have more units, so I guess it's not really going to matter all that much.
It's always fun watching the AI.
It's always fun watching the AI. If only this was the AI, yeah. If it was the AI, I think they'd have just yelled at him by now. Malekith would be dead. So,
I'd imagine he'll do better by spreading his troops out a bit more.
Yeah, but you... Yeah, I don't know how much you can.
They're a
like,
bit at the mercy to those fire rain rocket batteries.
They are, but the Dark Elves are starting to come in on either side now. It's only going to be a matter of time till he gets the envelop. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with the Flyers. The Flyers have jumped on top of the cold ones, and then the masses have run after them. So, we'll see.
Even though the Flyers aren't in combat, they're holding up that side, because he can't move. He can't move that side down to support his army.
Yeah, he's keeping a couple of archers and spearmen back. Yeah, you're right. Plus the heroes. It's keeping the heroes out of the fight, if nothing else. Looks like he might actually be manually targeting with the cannon, because he seems to be targeting the sisters at the back, the witch elves. He's trying to come in on the flank now with the cavalry. He's moving the swordsmen into position. Sorry, Jade warriors. I'm not used to Cathay units. Is he dropping a spell there? It looks like... Oh, it's the Dragon Talons. Yeah, it's a good one. Both holding off. Malekith is getting shot up pretty bad. This is... You know, when I saw the armies, I thought the Dark Elves have definitely got this, but their armies are pretty split up, and yeah, the masses have been so distracted chasing the Flyers. But they are actually shutting down the Flyers. That's one unit that's breaking and another one that's at half strength.
It's a tough map for it too, because the forests will help the infantry a little bit, but there's a lot of cavalry on those Dark Elves, and so it's a little slower to get into position. I suppose it shouldn't slow them down too much. A little bit of a trade-off, but...
Yeah, well now he's pulled back with the Flyers and he's losing his Flyers. The masses are coming in the cavalry. It's not over yet. Yeah. Malekith is running at the front line on his own. One man alone.
Malekith's quite a tough one. All he needs to do is make it into combat.
Yeah, he made it. Like, honestly, that's a mistake letting him make it into combat, isn't it? Let's be real. His life was going down so fast I thought he was going to die, but now he's in combat. He's kind of... I don't know how well he's doing. Thank you, Marcus, for subscribing. Alright, so...
Good point, he's got the army buff.
Yeah.
The... Oh,
What's it called again? Yeah, Murderous Prowess. Yeah, that's the one. Murderous Prowess is off. He's got his units that were fleeing coming back. Purple Power. He finally got through the wood on the flank, so he's actually crushing into the troops, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Malekith is already broken. The Masters aren't though. They're diving in, trying to tie up some of the units.
I've seen some good casting from the Cathayans as well. He had one that managed to lock down the cold ones flanking. And that's slowed down our entire side. He's had some lightning.
I missed that.
It was a little while ago, but some good casting. I haven't seen a caster for the Dark Elves. Do they have one?
Malekith is a wizard. He did some stuff, but I don't know if it did much use, and he is rapidly dying now. He's down to 200 hit points. It looks like it's going to be a win for Cathay, but at what cost at this point? The cavalry is actually behind the lines. If he can get a full surround on Cathay, he might be able to spin this. If he shut down that fire on Malekith, he can get Malekith into a wood and casting spells, unless he took all the spells off Malekith.
Its shades are still quite potent.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This is close. This was... I was about to say that Cathay had won, but actually it's looking a bit dicey now. They've rallied. There's dudes hiding in the woods, which is kind of obnoxious to see. He's casting more magic. He's using spearmen to hide Malekith behind now. And he's coming back in, I think, but that might be a mistake, because he does not have the life to be in there. Oh, he's using his healing aura. Okay, yeah, so Malekith's life is going back up. But can he take Celestial Dragon Guard? I'm not sure he can take them in combat with 700 hit points. Now, this is dragging on. This is pretty good. There's more units of ranged Dark Elves coming through the woods now. Closing the gap on... There's a lot of yin and yang going on there. He's managed to keep his army composition together so that he can get his buffs, which is pretty awesome for the arch units. What's the melee bonus? That is actually really strong. I think Mao Ying is running at Malekith. I think this might be the duel. Get over here.
Is Miao Ying still in human form?
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
both running into the woods. The masses are coming in to try and save him.
The value is actually starting to swing in the Dark Elf favor, though, just because all their archers are in position and landing a bunch of shots now. Not sure that the battle itself has swung, but it seems like with the combination of surrounding their formation plus all the archer fire from the Dark Elves, like once you get those archers into position and start unleashing the armor piercing, it's starting to give them a lot of value.
Certainly more brutal, and we can't forget that the Dark Elves still have their masters intact.
Yeah.
Yeah, the masses have just come in to try and save Malekith and failed, but they're now trying to get revenge by getting Mao Ying. But she could just turn into a dragon, and I'm not sure they could win that fight. But this looks like...
Malekith's gone down.
Yeah, this could be army losses. Everything's kind of flashing at the minute. This is super close.
Yeah.
The beginning barrage probably is what turned this in the Cathay's favour, I believe. If that amount of infantry had got to his lines unmolested, he would have actually probably, well, walked over much of his army.
Alright, here she goes, full dragon mode. Can he actually beat her in the air is the thing. I don't think he has enough shades left to gun her down. Oh, he's just using it to get her out of the combat. Okay, that's clever then. Yeah, he can't get obstructed by anything else. Trying to regroup what troops are left, but
I think the Dark Pegasi have similar speeds to Miao Ying, though.
Yeah, they do, but I'm pretty sure one-on-one she can take them, so that's not going to be a problem. I think she's trying to get away from all the shades that are shooting at her. Plus, she causes terror, so she's going to rout some of the units. She just routed a unit of spearmen, and some of the Cathayan units are rallying now. Yeah, it's going to be close.
If I remember correctly, the Masters get bonus versus large, is that right?
Yeah, they do.
So maybe turning into the dragon might be more detrimental.
Depends if he turns back. I think that's the thing. Like, because he also caused terror. Yes, he just broke one of the Masters. This is so close.
This is very close.
Like, it's either been intentional or accidental, and then he's realised that the terror is going to just break everything. So the dragons are just cycle charging into the different units now, trying to cause terror. One of the masses is coming back.
They're having to use all their units, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think Cathay might be slightly overwhelmed with Micro right now. A lot of the units are rallying and are just sat there. But they also might just be recovering the stamina. Well. Yeah, this is super close. Like, it's still all in the play for. Ooh. The hero is broken. Yeah, I'm not sure I like the compass. Like, it just makes your hero too big. But if they're shooting that, they're not shooting the general. And she has just demolished that lord and turned back into a human. What's going on now? This is so close. Alright, I think he's now starting to reorganize his battle line, so Cathay is going to reform the line. The Master is, I don't know, trying to pull back and get the archers. But no, it's too late. Mao Ying is getting shot. She's running straight at the archers. She don't care. She's still got 1200 life, and she can heal. Why isn't she healing us? I take it they're out of magic, right? We can't see their magic values at all.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Oh man, this is... Oh, another Master is coming back.
There's a lot of large spells cast early in this game. A lot of vortex.
That is it. GG. Wow, that was pretty good. So that means that the guy whose name I can't pronounce actually goes through to the next round. Vile Purple, I think is supposed to be the intent of his name. That was good, man.
That was a good fight.
Very well done. A lot closer than it could have. Well, it was a lot closer than I expected.
It looked like the Dark Elves were just going to lose because they took so much damage charging in, but then he got the full surround on the army and he was smashing them from all sides. That was pretty great. And then all of a sudden it was over. Well, I say all of a sudden, actually, that lasted for quite a while. So just to check chat, see what's been said. This you can kind of see the units. Need to zoom in closer, Danny boy. Go team. Yeah, the Dark Elves were getting destroyed. I was kind of surprised by how much abuse they took on the approach, right?
Yeah.
But they were still quite effective after all that.
Yeah, I mean it was quite a long battle, right?
I think technically the Dark Elves had more like damage value dealt, or just overall damage. I'm not sure exactly what that stat refers to, but
it looked like they could afford the damage as well.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
You guys all right with that? So Harry, if you want to, you can play in the losers bracket. So there's a section for that on the Discord. You just ping people in there and see if anyone wants to carry it on. But it's kind of getting a bit of a ghost town now. And if you submit replays for anything you play, that would be great. And cool. I guess we need to get the next contender on for you, Vile. How would you like to be pronounced, or you have your name said? What?
Oh, it's just Vile Urple.
Vile Urple, all right.
Yeah.
Guess I'm just like, is this an Americanism or what, man? Okay, so cool. You won. Did you think you were going to win? That was like so back and forth. I was.
Yeah, that was. Man, my palms are puddles right now. But that was like. Yeah, that was solid. It's quite different than playing AI, right?
Yeah. When Malekith just ran at the front line, I was like, oh my god, he's going for it. One man alone. It just charged in there.
Man, I did not check the terrain before I started, so I was just like, what's up with these mountains right now?
I mean, terrain worked in your favor, though, because...
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, wait. No, it worked in my favor, but still got smashed.
I mean, it kind of... That hill and you having to come to him, he did some serious damage with those cannon shots. You were getting real lucky as well. I was watching, like, the shots were, like, bouncing into 2 units, and I was just like, oh my god, you couldn't have asked for a better start to this. But, when you got that full surround, I actually thought you won. When you got all the units around the back of him and you got the shades coming through the woods, I was like, all right, this is going to do it, right?
I just couldn't micro. I just wasn't... I'm not used to playing large armies, so I just couldn't micro all the units, and got exploited because of that.
All right. Do you play many tournaments, Hard Carry?
I play quite a lot of like ranked multiplayer, but this is my first tournament I played.
All right, cool. So yeah, nice to have you here, and yeah, hopefully it'll become a semi-regular thing on the channel. I'm hoping I can drum up some support for it, and then we can make it a regular thing.
Yeah,
So
it's real good.
thank you guys. So I'll put
Drop
you guys.
drop some subs to the contenders, the competitors.
Yeah. Yeah. This isn't entirely designed to promote my channel, honest, but you know, half of the donations will go to the tournament players and not me. There you go, the pug move. Right, so I guess we need to find your next victim, Vile Urple. Thank you, Harry. Why do I call you Harry? Harger. I don't know why, but hard carry Harry is just embedded in my name. All right, dude. Thank you very much. I'll catch you guys later.
Cool.
Okay, so right, I guess that's his round done. So we need Bearded Squire versus Vile Urple. So where is Bearded? If not, we'll have to try and find someone else for the pain train. Wow, that was pretty good. I'm gonna hop back into gaming chat and we can talk with Videx and them for a minute, and I'll pop back here when we're doing the stream. Yo,
What's up, brother?
we're still live. I'm just thinking I'd pop in here while we're waiting for the next person to be ready. So that went pretty well, better than I expected, if we're being real. Yeah, you got real kind of lucky there with the surround, and oh man, I thought you had you. There was a moment, and I was like, oh, this is it. This is the end. Like it was all coming together.
The flying cav got back just in time, and then I hit a really nice timed spell that locked up his cavalry on the left side.
I saw that one. That was impressive.
Yeah, I missed that.
Right in front of your infantry, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was right in front of the infantry, and then stopped them. So then my infantry countercharged on that. But yeah, it was neck and neck.
Yeah, it's pretty tense. Like it seems real fun. I'm glad that everyone seems to be enjoying themselves, because like that's the one thing with these things. I don't want people to take it too seriously, but like it is a competitive kind of thing. So I know that some people will be like, I gotta win this, but yeah, it should be pretty good. We're just kind of waiting for the contestants, I guess.
Teapot was just around. He jumped in and said, "What's up?"
Oh, he's just getting a drink, I think, and then he's ready to rock. But he needs his contestant, so...
Who's next up?
Either Crispy versus Berserker, or Bearded versus Vile Purple, or Human Boy. Oh, they already did that one. I guess we could cast that, right, while we wait, since no one's seemingly ready right now. Let me check Tom's, alright.
Did we get a winner between the round 2, Hawkeye and Teapot?
Oh, is that what we're waiting for? Oh yeah, it's Hawkeye and Teapot. Why am I like...
Because we've got Phoenix King with no victor.
Yes, yeah, it's Hawkeye versus Teapot. So Teapot's just getting a T, he said a minute ago, and then he'll be ready. Opinion on 2v2 tourneys. I am open to that kind of thing. Your Majesty the Golden Toilet, what a name. Yeah, no, the plan is to try and do tournaments of various different things that are themed, so that it's not always like just land battles, because I think that would be pretty boring. So if you think 2v2 tourneys would be good, we might have to do it as a bit of a Swiss, you know, just instant, this is what we're doing kind of thing, because organizing this has taken a lot of effort, and I'm a very busy person. So yeah, it's been quite the adventure, but it's been fun. I'm enjoying this so far, at least.
Okay,
and
I gotta take a small AFK and tell my wife I won. She's expecting me to be doing chores by now, because I said I was gonna lose. I'll be right back.
The victory brag.
We got Hargo in the losers bracket saying, "Sup, losers." As right on form. Also, Vidax, you're currently muted.
Yeah, I've just been lurking here in the background waiting. Nice to have some more losers join us. Join us!
Yeah, you're not in the winners bracket, are you? I forgot. Yeah,
I win
so
the winner's
just
bracket by being here.
yeah, okay. Well, that's a nice positive spirit at least. But yes, yeah. Did you upload your replay then, Videx? Because
I believe I did. I've just done it again, but is technology just not working for me? Because
do you want to just DM me? Oh wait, do you not have the role? There was some weird thing that people were saying where
He's got a role. I think he should be able to.
no, he doesn't. Some people
he
were
not?
saying that if they didn't get the tournament role, they couldn't upload. Okay, there you go. I've given you the tournament role. That will be what it
Okay.
is.
I'll put it in replays again.
That or
You'll
just
end up-
DM me if it
You're just
because
about 5 of them. Here's my replay. Here's all 5 of them. Have
the
them.
replay of the replay of the replay of the replay. Fun thing about 2v2 factions is seeing out it. Yeah, definitely. Like that's the thing. Like I love co-op. If you go back on my channel, I did like a load of like multiplayer and co-op and versus. Like I think that having two factions that complement each other and work together and stuff like that is just great. All right, I got it.
Vidax used to do tabletop 2v2s.
Oh, you did.
getting,
Nice.
Yeah, getting two factions working together, you could pull off some rather sneaky tactics. It's nice to get that extra layer added on top.
You're cheesemongers, is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Yes.
That's for the cheese. Nice.
Cheese for the cheese goblins.
All right. Well, I've got the replay, so hopefully we'll get Tom and Hawkeye next. Two streamers, two pros of Warhammer.
Got Bearded here.
Oh, Bearded's arrived. The champion.
Hello.
Bearded Squire, I saw your replay. That was a fantastic fight. I saw the first fight that you did. That was really good against the vampires.
Dwarfs
It
and
was
Bretonians,
really.
yeah.
I had to think a lot. I didn't know what I was doing because I only ever play as dwarves.
Man. Yeah, you
I
guys.
think you handled it very well.
Marvelous.
Well, Vile Urple has just gone to tell his wife that he can't do his house chores yet because he actually won. So you gotta admit it, Bearded, while he flexes and then comes back to play.
If you listen carefully, you can hear him screaming in the background as his wife murders him.
So I guess we can invite you two back into the game then. So we'll do you guys next, and good luck. We'll move over into the other chat once the game starts, as per usual. Dwarves and Bretonia equals fear. Yeah, having a super fast faction along with a staunch artillery line could be awesome. Like, why'd you have to go with Dwarves and Bretonia? Do you not like Skaven? Do you not know what kind of channel this is?
They even are quite squishy, though. And they're just as likely to hit their own allies.
That's even better, as long as you don't miss the enemy while you hit the enemy, you know?
Yeah, it's just all these battles and then Skaven clean up afterwards.
Is that it?
Take slaves and bodies and other stuff and warpstone.
We do the free for all afterwards. Everyone versus the Skave.
Am I back up?
Yeah, it's you and Bearded.
All right.
So I'm just flicking through the maps. Well, you're already here, so we might as well crack on with you guys.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I see the replay now, David. Thank you.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess we'll go for this map, because I have no idea what that map preview actually is. Okay, I'm going to move back into the live stream and drag you guys with me again. So we got the co-host team of Crispy and Hawkeye. So yeah, this gives Tom a little bit of time to at least get his tea down him before he fights your friend.
Sounds good.
So, who do we think's going to win? Bearded Squire or Vile Urple?
I think it depends on what tactics they want to employ on this. It's a very open map, so artillery and ranged will do very well to begin with.
Is it very open? Like,
There's very few trees on this map, and it's a
yeah, there's not. Hmm. Would it mean if I got them to pick their armies and then change the map?
Yes.
It's like,
You should definitely do that.
you should definitely. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, we might have to do that at some point. It's like RNG map simulator. Oh, it looks like they're going for different factions. Is this right? Are they going for Bretonnia versus Demons of Chaos? This could be interesting. Bit of a change up. I did not expect either of them to change factions, if we're being real, considering that Beard had said, "Oh, hang on, they've changed the dwarfs again." Yeah, this map is very open. All right, so they might have an artillery op. They've both changed to the artillery factions. So I guess we're gonna see what each player goes for. This could be Battle of the Cannons, right? That dark black area is flat low ground. Yeah, they're just a bit hard to read because like you just can't really tell. Like it's just there's so much on some of the maps, and then this one just seems to be some hills.
Yeah.
Unless
two
I'm
hills in the valley and
I'm
below.
reading this wrong. This is just Dead Man's Valley.
So
Yeah.
if you choose, I believe it's Norden. I believe that was the one I used, and that was quite balanced. You had a valley, you had some hills, and you had some trees.
I can't really click around and mess them around. They've probably looked at what map it is now, so let's just let them choose their destiny. Come on, guys. Who do you think's gonna win?
Let's
Put
see.
your money on
You've
someone.
got
I
think
mean, I have no idea. Yeah, dwarves versus Grand Cathay.
if they use the
Uh.
same armies as before, I think Cathay has it because they've got the fire rain artillery, which if it's left on its own will destroy the dwarves. It's got enough armor piercing to get through their lines.
That's true.
The dwarves would have to run across the battlefield, and dwarves don't do that.
Yeah, but if the dwarves bring a bunch of artillery, they can try to counter snipe it. The gyro units probably aren't going to be able to approach to counteract the Cathay artillery. But
Again,
with like a
this is
master
just-
engineer, they can also outlast the artillery. They're gonna take a lot of damage in a straight up artillery battle. The dwarves will. Well, both factions really will.
Yeah,
Depends
it'll
on how
be-
close
bring-
everyone deploys. If the dwarfs bring something like organ guns and flame cannons, or if they're just bringing kind of regular cannons, grudge throwers.
Lord Videx is
Regular
putting chat.
cannons.
It's dwarfs versus Oriental dwarfs.
Yeah, not wrong.
If the dwarves bring cannons, then it'll probably lean in their favour slightly. But I would put my money on Cathay. That's who I think would have the edge in this battle.
I'm like, it depends because you could take some ranges. Like ranges would be very good for the dwarfs, and I don't think that Vile Urple will expect it. If you took some ranges and then just suddenly ambushed him from somewhere because they have the stalk and the regen, and you can give them great weapons if you want. And there's plenty of points in this setting, so this could you could pull off a sneaky sabotage ninja Dowie attack out of the woods suddenly.
And with larger battles, there's more for you to pay attention to, so ambushes are more likely.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd quite see such a drastic change in size. Man, I didn't think Vile Urple's army was going to win when I looked at both of the armies with the sheer number that the Dark Elves had. Like, he had so many armies. It was just like, yeah, he's going to grind you down through attrition. I guess my inner Skaven was just like, numbers always win. He's got more units, he's going to win. So yeah, this could be a thing. Bearded taking his time with the dowie. See if chat's saying anything. Nope, not really. Alright, thank you for being here, guys, though. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
And I'll be sure to give everyone tags and stuff when I upload the individual videos. I'll probably do a new commentary on them all, because I'm saving them all as we go anyway, so it's going to be good to see how everyone plays differently.
Mhm.
Inside intelligence says the dwarves are still mustering their throngs. Are you guys having the bantam chat over there, Lord Videx? Is that what's going on in gaming chat? They're giving each other dirt. Man, you should have seen Bearded when he won. He was just ecstatic. Like that was quite funny. I thought the lack
So
of
everyone's
faith.
ready now.
All right, here we go. Once more into the breach. Hey Natter, meow to you too. So that's quite a lot of dwarfs, and he's taken the same-ish army. He got rid of one of the flyers though. He's brought the giant green warpstone statue. He's got to win now, right? He's got a warpstone statue. What could
Against
possibly
dwarves,
go
I'm
wrong?
not sure if that's the smartest.
What just happened? I think it just crashed.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because like it's showing like 0 kills, but the game's over. Okay. Let me just top over there and make sure everything's okay. Is everything alright? That was the quickest battle in the history of battles.
We're ready.
Uh, it crashed, dude. Like that's the thing.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just literally put me in the game.
Oh,
We're
really?
we're in the match.
I thought the entire. No, you'll have to rejoin. Sorry, it's crashed.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it got me to the deployment screen, so I didn't know there was anything wrong.
No, it just suddenly went whoop.
It
yeah.
couldn't handle the sportsmanship between us, you know?
Is that it? Are you all being very sporting? Videx says
Oh,
you're
we're like best
Oriental
friends.
dwarfs, and yeah, just
I
madness.
call Skaven
It's only right.
shenanigans.
We saw each
Yeah.
other's artillery, and we realised.
We're
you
just
know,
like, hey,
we
you
thought,
want to
"Do you
just
know
call
what?
it and go home?
Yeah, let's join forces. So next round we'll be on the
We're
same
ready.
side.
Okay. Well, I've sent you the invites again. Sorry about that. I have no idea what happened. It just like went to
Okay.
load in and then just when it was over. Okay, apparently it crashed for me, but not them.
I was just gonna say in the stream chat too. That's like a normal. I don't remember. I want to say it was like an Indie Pride video I was watching. That's just something that happens with multiplayer battles. If you're trying to host like a custom battle, it just
Okay.
crashes. It like kicks. It doesn't work the first time. You just have to get the people back in and retry it.
Well, hopefully it saved their armies so we don't have to start this all over again. Yeah.
Hopefully.
It's a thing. Here we go, guys. I know you guys are staring at a blank screen, but like I had the password and invite code and stuff, and I know some people are just strange on the internet, so
Yeah.
the stream's gonna reappear in a second. They're joining the game now. They're sorting their armies out. There is a little bit of a stream delay, partially because I stream at 2K, partially, to avoid people screen sniping. Which is why
Fair.
I'm going to fire it up on the Discord for people as well, so that it's a bit, you guys can watch it more real time.
I appreciate that, yeah.
I did not know that was a semi thing. Looks like they didn't save their armies, or they know what each other's bringing, so they're now changing their armies.
No.
That's
Oh, just use... Oh, I hope they don't
just
do
stick
that.
with what they already had.
Yeah.
What was the map? Let's put it on the same cringe again. Ashton, wasn't it? Yeah, there we go. Yes. Alright, nice. So, hopefully, get somewhere with this.
They have the tools, that's for certain.
Alright, one
After
of them's
that
ready.
brief moment,
Yeah, they had an interesting army setup. It's just that it went bip when it went to go into the game.
Suddenly I have less confidence in backing the campaigns. It could be a lot more even. than
Oh,
I give
yeah?
Credit for. Yep. I think it's going to be a close one. They've got the tools for certain. Let's see how they use them.
Come on, Violet. I just so want to click on their armies and see what they've got, but the temptations. All right. So, any second now we should be ready to kick off, and it should be all good. But, yeah, this hopefully the start of something new for the stream. Tandy's not bad.
Yeah.
Nice amount of people here. Thank you all for being here, supporting us. All right, we're ready to rock. Let's go. So we're loading in, and please don't drop this time. Yeah, his army's a bit different. He's got 3 flyers again. He must have not saved his army before. I think maybe he intended to have this army and he didn't.
He removed his cannon and put in a artillery as well. The fire rain battery instead.
Ooh, cheeky. Alright, let's put that on cinematic mode so you can't really see what's happening, so there's no stream swiping going on. Oh, you're both across the ridge. Okay, and we don't deploy on either side of it. Alright. We'll let them set up. Obviously, this is going to be a bit awkward for these guys, because if they both go for the artillery game, they've both got the pretty long range and everything else. Let's hope the dwarfs have actually thought of some sneaky tactics. Like, the ranges could have been a good move to get the jump on the artillery at the bad side. Just obviously the bad guys if they're fighting dwarf, right? What's this? It's like a little village on this hill.
That's impassable.
Yeah. It looks a bit horrific. Like this demolished tree in the middle of it. Yeah. Like they're worshipping a
Welcome
dead
to
tree.
the old world, gentlemen.
Welcome to the old world. Where the villages are small and the buildings are half destroyed.
Oh, that's about as good as they get. This is Norden. It probably just got hit by Norska. They ran away with the roof.
It is pretty sparse out here. With that ominous giant cloud.
One thing I've always appreciated about these maps is the effort that they actually put into the background.
Yeah. It's dynamic now as well, have you realised? Like, if you're in a battle, you can just, like, look up and you can see, like, all the cities behind you and everything on the camp.
Nice.
In relation to the campaign map, the skyline adjusts. Which is why I think, in part, it's so heavy on your GPU, because, like, looking at my GPU usage right now, it's much less in multiplayer. It's not rendering the campaign map in the background. I hope the dwarfs win. Well, we're going to find out. Isn't that your home, Dan? Wow, the sass, the sass. Yes, that's why you need to donate and subscribe. There you go. There you go. Thanks for this off screw. For just $1 a month, SkavenDan can rebuild his warren.
One brick at a time.
Yeah.
Have you
Okay,
seen straw
let's take this up then. Let's have a look at the actual setup. Okay, the woods are pretty stacked with dwarfs. I'm going to turn that up so it's less obvious now because I don't want any cheating going on. Cathay looks to be taking the valley there, the middle ground. This could be an ambush by the dwarfs. Will Violet remember how many Dowie units he saw on that load screen, or will he forget that that tree is actually full of Dowie? This big giant warp stone dude looks awesome. We got Meow Meow again, and it looks like we're kicking off the battle. They're trying to figure out what's going on. They headed towards the flyers, and it was a bluff, because all the dwarfs are actually over here in this woodland area over here.
Already got the cannons firing. You're going to
Yeah,
get some
he's
early damage.
got what's
Just
he
gotta
got?
make sure he's
Just normal
choosing
cannons
his
at the
targets.
front. Flame units on the flank. His flyers have baited away their flyers. This is going to get a bit macro intensive because they're going to exchange the volley fire, aren't they? Yeah, he's trying to target the dwarven artillery. I don't see any sneaky dwarven action though, like he should have put some rangers behind him. No one expects a dwarven flanking maneuver, that's the thing.
The fire batteries, the fire rain batteries, will not be so effective against the artillery.
No, but they're doing a decent enough job. Like, he's losing his crew, even if he's
Well, the
losing
cannons,
the
the
cannons.
grand cannons are getting good hits
Yeah.
in too, and those
Yeah, I
are a
think
lot
it's
more accurate. Yeah, I mean
Grand cannons
combined
are doing the damage.
targeting fire on their artillery
I think
worked pretty
this
well.
might be
Yeah.
a case of them
Wouldn't
macroing
be-
each other. He's redeploying against the flyers.
Yeah, one of the copters got caught. They're not good in combat.
Right. Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's why the copter's fleeing back this way, so it's across the firing line, so that the dwarves shoot up the flyers. And this is
that's hopeful. Yeah, you're playing
Yeah.
dwarves. You can't like copters are amazing for against enemies that don't have like flying counters. But yeah, if you can't bring them to go toe to toe with anybody that has flying, unfortunately.
he's pulling out all of the look, all the great Longmar riders. They're regrouping a bit, which is giving Bearded the time he needs to regroup his flyers, which are seemingly just going in. One brimstone cannon bomber alone. Trying to
Well, I mean,
annoy
they-
all of the enemy flyers.
Brazen, I
See,
think.
do we?
Tough. Yeah, he's gonna try to use them. to
Oh, he's
snipe up
sniping
enemy
the artillery. Yeah, that's. Well, there's a bit of friendly fire going off here for sure, but it did get the job done. The dwarfs are deleted. Okay, but he does have another one. Okay, he's just going to do them one at a time. Bet that did screw up the artillery. And he still has the grand cannon on the flank shooting into the artillery.
The question is, will he manage to remove the artillery in time? Because at the moment they're getting very good value.
Yeah. Cathay might be getting overconfident now. They're advancing on the dwarfs.
If those in front of the cannons of Cathay are the frame gunners, those will be pretty good against the bombers, against the brimstone cannons.
Yeah, but he's not repositioned them. I don't think either of them are really paying attention to what's happening in the air right now. They're both redeploying their ground lines. The giant warpstone toy is charging forward, or it was at least. It's unbreakable, so that is going to be a pain to deal with. Oh, it redirects fire back at the enemy. He's trying to bait Bearded into shooting the giant green monster.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's really working out for him. The dwarfs are just redeploying. He's actually splitting into two groups. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. Oh, he might be sending a detachment over here to deal with the flyers, while the other detachment moves over towards the flank. This is turning into a bit of a painful battle for the Dowie.
It's not over yet. There's still some good units in there.
Oh well, I mean, it's not just that. It's that you could actually run out of ammo against the dwarfs because they're that tough.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I was saying, where one of the dwarf advantages might be to bring a master engineer, because then you can give yourself the ammo replenishment. It's just really,
Yeah.
it's really like
It's
both
a
his
little
artillery units are
limited.
down. It's four. I mean, still four
No,
uses.
it's still
and
4. Okay, I didn't think it was as
It's-
many in multiplayer.
It's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, and
But
so
the JT
and it
going into
gives
combat?
you something like 40% ammunition back, is what it seems like. Oh, this is tough. Yeah, Iron Drakes.
The dwarfs are moving up.
Iron
I think
Drakes
you
are
can-
awesome, but they're super vulnerable to, well,
think he's-
especially armor-piercing ranged fire.
Trying to go for some flanking maneuvers. Since he's going up on each flank, he might try and envelop
I think it's the right call. The problem is that he's playing his dwarves and they're just too slow.
Yeah, maybe if he'd have done this while his artillery was still there, so
Yeah.
the artillery had to make the call of shooting his front line or shooting his range units, it would have been a better call.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it could have been a good reaction to their the good focus fire on his artillery. Because yeah, with the dwarfs, once you've lost the artillery, now they're being forced to move in, and well, we're seeing the results live.
Who's hiding in the woods? Oh, it's the crew from the rocket battle. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, the flyers are going to come in here. These flyers are exceptionally good. They're going to cause a lot of pain. These quarrelers have got great weapons, but it's not going to be enough when the Celestial Grand Guard as well. If Mao Ying doesn't get out of here, though, Mao Ying might get killed. Because
Another thing to
here
watch
comes the Lord.
is
Are
that
there
his
slayers in there at all?
Don't think so,
Varlow has
no.
put a lot of experience.
Oh, and there's the
into his
mirror
artillery.
fire.
We've got
Yeah,
lots
he
of
did,
experience
didn't he?
in artillery, so they're more likely to hit where he wants them to. That
Yeah.
may have
Yeah.
been enough
Yeah.
to win that skirmish.
These
Yeah,
Iron
he's-
Drakes fired on that on the Terracotta Sentinel and just got bounced right back onto them.
Yeah, it's a special unit for you. You got to watch out for those abilities. Bearded not being the experienced player, taking some punishment for it. But he has got on the flank and he's shutting down these dwarf units. Cathayan units. Hey, Big Sarge. So he has actually got these, the grain gunners. He should be focusing them really. If he's focused, come on Beard, you can do it. And these units in the middle are going to have big problems if the Cathayan dragons get surrounded on all sides. Plus, I don't think Thorgrim's going to go down easily. He's still trying to target the
he is
monster
not.
with the Iron Drake. That's not going down well for him. But over here, he's gonna get the cannons. He is firing with the Iron Drakes. And he's got a unit doing nothing. He needs to redirect.
Although dwarves are at risk of being flanked on this close side. He's got the celestial dragons moving up, I believe.
Alright. Yeah, this might be the end for Beard. It's this big blob in the centre he needs to shut down. All these range units are going to absolutely hammer him. Like, they don't have cohesion, but you might only like yin, but it's not really going to matter if they shut down all the dwarves. Think the Lord? Oh, he's still going. He's still got half of his life. He's being problematic. How is the Mao Ying doing? She's about half life. She's fine. But there are special units about to die. Terracotta Sentinel, he buffed that up as well to rank 9.
No,
It's
that's
Thomas's rank, it's Regiment of Renown.
exactly.
Oh, right. They all rank 9 in multiplayer. Okay.
Campaign
They're ranked
2.
9 in campaign as well.
I don't usually bother with Regiments of Renown all that much, especially for Cafe. I think I've played them since the last DLC, so... It's, yeah, these Jade Warriors are going to come in here. I'm not sure that's a good idea. You might technically be good troops, but dwarves are kind of good. You want to shoot the dwarves up. Thorgrim is still chewing away.
There's a unit of Longbeards sitting there just being shot by the crane gunners. Over
There's
by
a
where the
lot
cannons were.
going on in that battle. A lot of stuff to think about.
Honestly, I'm surprised that Thorgrim and anything is... Oh, he does have some Slayers here. He sneakily had some Giant Slayers. Okay,
I
yeah.
saw there were some, but I didn't keep track of where they were at some points. Yeah, because that's against the
why
Terracotta
the laws-
Sentinel, Miao Ying, even the Longbow Riders would be really good, obviously, for all that.
Yeah, if he can rally his troops. Now, the problem is with the dwarves that his troops are all spread out and they're not fast. But if he could rally them all together, he could potentially... What is that? He has debuffed the speed of the range units. Okay. He's trying to get in there with some units and claw this all back. Mao Ying is going in against, I think that's the engineer? Yeah, master engineer. Taking some abuse there. Okay, yeah, he's reforming the line, and Violet sees it. He's trying to break it up again with some of his flyers. I don't think he sees. See, I'm just desperate to tell people that they're not doing stuff with the units. Just be like, no, come on, this unit's doing nothing. But,
There is
not playing. Oh, that's probably
Fulgrim's
that
very
unit
good.
deleted. Yeah.
Fulgrim's in good health still. He's certainly able to dish out more damage. He
Yeah.
just needs to get out.
Well, the thing is, if they run out of ammo, oh, that could be ammo losses there. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that
yeah.
looks like GG. They took them apart and you couldn't put it back together again. Yeah, the dwarfs were too reactive rather than active, it seems, and it's cost them. There's only the Slayers left now. Alright, so that's a good one. So I guess it's another one for our boy Vilipple.
Well done. Very nicely played.
Yeah, he baited so hard with that Terracotta Sentinel, like, shoot me, I'm right here.
And it worked.
He did eventually. The flamers, yeah, onto that were pretty brutal. Yeah, just seeing how many points it can get, I guess, rather than concede defeat. I guess you got to be stubborn when you play dwarfs, right? It is the way. There's 10 Slayers there, and Cafe doesn't want to charge him with anything.
Well, and
What are you
you know,
shooting at?
formal or informal rules. A lot of tournaments, there's you know, you don't surrender until it's over. Well, I suppose in a lot of the Warhammer stuff we've seen for their tournaments, they usually allow that. Yeah, I've been
Well,
playing like a
you
Rocket
know.
League tournament, and there's no. It doesn't matter how badly you're down. There's no conceding.
Yeah.
But yeah, depends on the game. As in a lot of strategy games like this, there's more likely usually have you concede if things, or you can concede and nobody's gonna say anything. Anyway,
Nice. All right. I guess we can hop back in the other chat for a second and chew the fat, I guess.
Bro.
Oh
That's
man,
cool. Yeah, do you do the
that
same thing?
was so close, you guys, for a moment there. I thought
Yeah,
you were
those
gonna,
flamethrowers dousing me.
yeah, but he shot everything at the Terracotta Sentinel that had the deflect shot thing on, and like, oof, that cost you a lot of men for the dwarves.
Yeah, it's so funny with just like the cannons
Yeah.
going after each other in the beginning, dude.
Yeah, the cannons. Once I lost the cannons, I just kind of knew it was done.
Yeah, I thought for sure that you were gonna bring like some rangers with a stalk and just like get him from the back, bearded. I thought that I could have sworn that that's what you were gonna do, but I guess I was wrong. So we need to find another match now. But thank you very much, bearded. I appreciate that.
yeah, GG.
Cheers for that.
I'll be giving everyone who's a content creator a shout out anyway. So I'll be sticking your YouTube links and stuff in the promo videos when I release those for this series. So I think next up is going to be Hawkeye and Teapot. We just need to find Teapot, and then we'll be ready for the next round of the tournament, which is going pretty well. So, where is he? He said he was going to be 5 minutes for a cup of tea, didn't he? Is he making the tea bags?
He's growing.
He's grinding the tea down, picking the leaves.
It is an art after all.
Yeah.
Infusing it with chaos dust.
So, have you guys been enjoying this? Would you participate again? It's
Yes, I would.
it's definitely been interesting. Look at you! I've turned you all into bloodthirsty multiplayer games.
No. I was already bloodthirsty.
Is that right?
No. This is. It's very good to bring lots of different styles together. You get some who, like at the moment, I think we've seen mostly people who aren't that familiar with the multiplayer scene, at least the ones I've watched. But I think it's going to be quite good to get lots of different people together.
Hey, Hyper,
definitely.
the dwarfs just lost, so Bearded Squire is officially a loser. But he did well.
Yeah.
He made it. He made it all the way to round 3. You know, it's pretty
Commendable.
solid. If he wants to carry on fighting people in the losers bracket, he can do, but he does not have to. We are not following the website for the losers brackets. Just got to keep reiterating that because there's no way for me to edit the fact that people dropped out of the actual bracket, which is annoying. So we're just waiting on Tom now, and then we're going to get Tom's game going. I'm just telling Tom he's up next. He says 3 bins and he'll be ready. Do I need him? Yep, we need a hero. And Beard has left the chat. I wonder if he was muted and said goodbye and didn't hear us.
Perhaps.
He gets no spoon. Yeah, he did pretty well. Like, to be real, like, I have no idea who's going to get the spoon. Like, I have to go through the videos and look at the scores. And yeah, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's definitely like kind of just throwing you in the deep end for multiplayer for like those of us who haven't like played it. It's just like, well, you're playing it. You're in a tournament. You signed up.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I just DM'd you guys the links to join the game. Let's choose another multiplayer map. I was just so upset with you calling me a loser, Dan. I shall never emotionally recover. Oh, man. Loser and proud. So, right. So we did that one. So, how is Castle Drakenhof? Like, for one, there's no castle in this map.
Somewhere in the background, I'm sure.
It's in the background. What do we think's a good one? Have we got any preferences?
What's Herot Ridge like? Forget about that one.
Herot Ridge. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Yeah, we'll do this one. This is another thing in the middle, I think, isn't it? Hey, Crusher. Nah, man, you did really well, Bearded. You surprised me. With some of your tactics.
Bretonia, no.
Bretonia! For the lady! For the silver spoon!
Oh, you know, I said I was going to do Empire, and then I just defaulted to setting up some compositions for dwarfs anyway, so dwarfs is going to be...
Oh, really?
Whoops.
It's going to be dwarfs versus... I'm not sure what. We're going to have to see, aren't we? So this is going to be pretty interesting, I hope. Pretty interesting.
So do we send you our replays, or your replays are going to be the file you need?
So I actually saved those ones because I was in it, so I've got those ones. So
Okay,
that's fine. It was all over when I realised I had to make dwarfs for the large distances. Man, I thought you were going for like a super flank maneuver because it looked like you were splitting your armies in two and then going. And like we were talking in chat, and I was like, you know what? If you'd have done this at the start, if you'd have splitted force into two, come down on each flank while the cannons were shooting at each other, like you'd have had to stop shooting your cannons to shoot your dwarfs. You know, pop some rangers in from the back for the ninja dwarfs. Be like, whoa! You could have had some real good, I think, traction there. I think it's pretty awesome. But no, I'm enjoying this. It's very entertaining. It's like having my own little children fight each other. Yes, compete for daddy's affection. Right, well,
The
Tom gets
fiercest-
sorted.
The
I'm going to
fiercest
grab a drink.
competition is for the bottom of the ladder.
Yeah, I don't want to be loved by dad. I never wanted to be loved by dad.
Exactly.
You
On
should
that
make
note,
an
I'm gonna have to
educational
dip
video.
out because I've got the bottom of the barrel battles going on.
Ah, good luck.
A spoon will be for one of us.
Give him hell.
Good luck.
Thanks, see you. Good luck with your games at the top of the top.
Not
Yep.
yet. Crusher says you should make an educational video with my replay called The Dangers of Skirmish Mode. The amount of times I've been messed up by skirmish mode, I cannot even count. I despise it.
Ah, it's not that bad, says the loser.
Turn off skirmish mode by default.
I have. I learnt my lesson.
So
Alright,
the problem Crash had is he hadn't played Warhammer 3 practically at all. And then he volunteered like a champ. So, you know, for Bravery Award, he definitely got that one.
Ah, excellent. Fantastic. That's what we like to hear.
Hey, hi, Brigade.
Right, so we've got Hawkeye in, and we're just waiting for Teapot Tom.
Yep. He's booting up. To be fair, like we can give him a minute. It's fine. He said he weren't feeling very good this morning, so yeah, he's got a bit of a headache and a migraine. So he's probably trying to medicate so he doesn't be like,
Well, I appreciate the efforts.
Yeah, well, he's also a streamer, so you know. So to play for, this is a streamer off. Streamers versus streamers.
Ew. This is the map we're gonna do. Heorot Ridge.
Yep. You don't like this
Yeah.
one?
Don't matter if I like it or not, but I don't.
It doesn't matter if I like it, but it's going in the grudges.
Wolves will suffer on this one. Unless he chooses one of the corners.
I mean, he's a pro player. It's up to him to figure that out. He told me he knows dwarfs. He's done a video on using dwarfs. This is really going to put him to the test.
It's the race I've been playing the most since game one. Obviously, game one we had fewer selections, but yeah, I'm pretty confident with them. I'm definitely confident with them in campaign. We'll have to see how it goes in multiplayer battle, but it's a lot easier to find balance in multiplayer as well, just because you don't have research and lord buffs and all that other stuff to worry about. We'll have to see. I'm going to have to change my strategy a little bit for this map. Well, I don't know if I have to, but I think I'm going to anyway because that sounds more fun to me.
Are you inspired by me talking about rangers? Just a full army of rangers. They attack from the shadows.
No spoilers. I actually already drew up three compositions beforehand, so...
Yeah, look at you guys with your fancy pantsness.
Yeah, well, I figured I had some free time, and I didn't want to have to think about it too much. The nerves are hitting a little bit. I'm getting anxious.
Yeah,
Could sit here and
Tom's plan to make you stress by making you wait even longer.
That's right. That's right.
Just,
yeah, I didn't want to have to.
That chess player who showed up, with 30 seconds left to play.
Yeah.
Let's do
I
this.
didn't want to sit here and nitpick my own composition for the next 5 minutes. I wanted to just kind of prep some stuff beforehand and come in ready to go.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Yo.
how you doing,
Hello.
Teapot?
Good. Logging on.
We are live, by the way, just so you know.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
But, we're just waiting for you, the man of the hour, to.
Yes. Sorry, Izzy made a little mess on the carpet. She little hairball. Had to clean that up.
Lovely. It's like, yes, I will distract you from what your important duties.
Exactly. She doesn't give a damn. Alright, so.
You turned the camera on? Oh, rubbish. Really?
It's off at the moment.
It's supposed to be off. Oh, yeah, because it's my mute key, isn't it? My mute is also my cam key. Yeah.
Yep.
Whoopsie.
See,
I agree, Crusher, that Prague is a nice, no huge mountain map, but it's a little bit open. Less ability to use
Yeah.
tactics.
We just had a pretty open dwarf map, so we're mixing it up.
Hmm.
okay.
Yep.
Since
All right.
it's dwarf you're playing, Tom.
Well, playing against
You're playing against Hawkeye's dwarfs. When the
Hawkeye's
DLC comes
dwarves,
out,
okay.
we can do a grudge tournament.
Ooh.
Dwarves
Grudge
versus
match.
Chaos Dwarfs.
Oh, I am all about the Chaos Dwarves.
He's around us.
Which Chaos Dwarves are you most excited about? Which units?
Gosh, I don't. It's hard for me to decide. Probably just the way they implement the different like railroad guns, the
Land train.
engine-tron weapons, the earthquake mortar, and that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Okay,
The artillery will be quite interesting.
yeah, absolutely. But pretty much their whole roster looks interesting to me for the most part. I've been looking forward to them for a long time.
All right.
Hopefully, the game
I'll leave
remembers
you
my
guys
preset.
to set your armies up. All right, Crispy. It's just you and me now.
Rightio.
So, dwarfs versus probably not Britonia. It's probably that he's only just got in the game.
On this map, the hill is quite steep, so it'll give plenty of opportunity to loop around the back if he's not careful. It's got to be cautious where they deploy.
There we go. He's going for
Interesting.
warriors. Is that the purple warriors? Is that our boy Slaneshi?
Hold on, I've just got to wait for it to catch up.
This could be. Fast versus slow. It looks like his army setup. I don't want to click it and spy on players. I think it's more interesting to just see what they've got when they start fighting. But there's definitely going to be some strange tactics involved with dwarfs on this map, I think, perhaps. But I made all the other maps kind of random, so it's only fair that we keep it random.
Agreed. And the map was chosen before the armies were known.
Yes.
So...
Yes, it was. So they've got plenty of time to tweak if they so desire. The Hawkeye's ready, though, so, I'm curious as to what he's going with.
I wonder if he's got a preset army from a previous round or something.
Well, he did
He's
say that
bound.
it created a bunch so that he was ready pre-game.
So it's probably already formulating tactics and plans.
Yeah, he did do a dwarf units guide video a couple of weeks back, so he's probably put a lot of thought and effort into his dwarf composition, so he should be in for a pretty strong endings. Like this is round 3 though, so they've both won games to get here, so this won't be a walk in the park for anyone. I hope? Question mark? We'll see, I guess.
I'm interested to see what Teapot Tom's going to bring to the battle, because he's got quite a lot of options available.
Yeah, he has, and he often decks things that I don't think I would as well, so yeah, this could be interesting. Plus, I've not really played warriors in multi. Like, I know they're very strong. So they've got all the armor options and everything else, and I guess Slanesh is the best of the 4, right? Because you've got all the fast demonic units, and you've got or does the
The trouble with Slanesh is they are a glass a glass hammer in this case. They hit hard in melee, but they take so much damage so quickly. You've got to be very cautious. And dwarven quarrelers will be able to pick them apart with impunity before they get to them. If, however, they decide to go for Chaos Warriors, for instance, the artillery will have a fun time of it. So he's got to be cautious about what he puts together.
But if you have a good mix, it could work particularly well.
Yeah. Again, they've got the
Yeah.
tools. We just need to use them.
Well, guys in chat, can't say I was particularly happy to see that versus. Makes me a little nervous. Yeah, oh, we are ready to go. Okay. Let's hope this doesn't crash on loading. Festus. It was such a bait all along. Does it not matter what colour shield you choose for the Warriors of Chaos? Just that is the Slanesh logo. Oh, it crashed again. Oh my god.
Oh dear. I hope he saved it.
I hope you saved your armies because we got to rejoin now because that crashed on load.
Oh no, yeah, I saved my army. Yeah, all good.
Ah, there was a desync.
It's all good, dude. It happens.
Dan, I think it's going to be prudent to get people to save their armies before we
Yeah.
start.
Oh, I've done
Yeah,
the
just
wrong
save every
thing.
time, basically. Should I X out of the game then? Matt?
Yeah, I'm setting it up again with a new
Okay,
password
perfect.
because I just accidentally put the other one on stream.
Oh, it's all good.
We got the
Yeah.
desync thing again.
Yeah, we did. So
There's
I've just
something.
sent you the number.
Yeah. Something about I don't know. There's something about how it. Yeah, I've seen this happen a bunch in multiplayer battles.
Yeah,
Like
I
said,
have too.
forget
Yeah, it
who's-
happens to Turin all the time.
That too. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was Turin or Indy.
Okay.
I actually once we or right after you readied up, I was gonna hop in and be like, hey, you should save your current army loadout so you don't have to set it up again because it's probably gonna
Yeah.
crash.
Yeah. Luckily, I had the wherewithal to do that.
Very
Alright,
good.
guys. I'm going to hop back into the live stream channel, so good luck.
Okay.
Alright, I think this is the map we had before.
We
The bug
have-
only happens if you host as a spectator. Maybe let the player host. Okay, I did not know that, Phoenix. Still kind of annoying, right? But good to know. If it errors again, we'll definitely swap who's hosting. But, yeah, I guess Tom's rejoining. And we can speculate. So now he knows. Yes, now he knows. What, you mean that there's a Slaneshi icon on his load screen, but it's not actually a Slaneshi army? That's the biggest, like, espionage play there is. You guys trying to play little mind games with each other. Like, my eyes gone, but I
battle.
see.
There are levels on levels in this tournament.
Yeah. Has Berserker got back to you yet for your game?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, there's a little time, and if he's a little slow, we can always do some of the other playoffs. Hopefully, it looks like Phoenix King is ready and watching in chat, so he'll be ready to do his. And yeah. Clearly D6 on her house. Yes, we're gonna finish today. I can't live stream for forever, so yeah. Ideally, they're already no one told me. Ideally, it's gonna end today. Like it can't drag on for too long. We'll let the losers have another week for who wins the wooden spoon. But for the winners bracket, yeah, it should be today. Don't crash again. Okay, we're in. So yeah, I'm hopeful that Human Boy and the others will still be up. No, it's not that bad. The ridge is halfway through the map, no. Or did we change the map again?
No, this is right now.
That is a nice bit of woodage. They're both pulled back to set up. Some classic looking armies. Yeah. Okay, but there's some nice sections of wood. Surprised no one's gone for something like Wood Elves, to be honest with you. Like, Wood Elves be very good against Warriors of Chaos, I feel. They got some good AP damage troops.
I do agree with that. Definitely. You certainly have factions that are better against other factions, so it all depends on what you're pitched up against, really.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does. And knowing your opponent's army is it's half the battle with this stuff. Like Sun Tzu's Art of War, know your enemy, or you're gonna lose. Because if you need armor penetration and you don't have it, then you're in a hard place. I'm trying to think, is there any faction that particularly lacks armor penetration? I don't think the Tomb Kings are particularly good at it. Like, their general roster is not. You need more of their elite infantry.
I agreed with that. The Tomb Guard do have armor penetration, but I suppose they're not too expensive. I think all the factions have the tools, but some are certainly better than others. I wouldn't rely on the Tomb Kings for the armor penetration in melee. They'll probably benefit more from their monsters for that regard.
Yeah, but the monsters are really expensive for the Tomb Kings. Like, compared to other factions, it kind of feels like they're a bit limited. But hey, I haven't actually seen many Tomb King rounds, so maybe I'm just misinformed with the current state of things.
Vidax used Tomb Kings in his battle, and I believe one of the other fellas had Tomb Kings in the first preliminary rounds.
Okay.
So we've got a few Tomb King players.
Not in the winners bracket, though.
One thing I haven't yet seen is High Elves, actually.
Oh yeah,
Bear in mind
we haven't, have we?
They're quite a popular faction. Usually, I'm a bit surprised.
Crash was on about taking High Elves, and then he decided to go like full Warhammer 3 and take Kislev instead, and I think that was a mistake. I think he would have been much more comfortable with High Elves. He showed me good army composition as well for it, so looks like they're getting set up. Formations are being made, so we should soon see what we're gonna see. Monsters will be pretty good with this rule, I feel. Large armies give lots of gold anyway. Yeah, with this rule, okay, we've kicked off the Gyro Bombers and Brimstone Gyrocopter are going for a large flank maneuver. The dwarfs are advancing. Ooh, no dwarven artillery? Or is there dwarven artillery? I see no dwarven artillery. Okay, there's a hell cannon sneakily hiding in the corner. How come he's got like the Slaneshi banner when it's festive? Oh, it's like the biggest screw you move, I think. Okay, he's Ragnar Shagoth positioning around. They're both kind of just going to smash in the middle here. This is going to be a monster mash. Trolls taking some abuse, but they've got regen, so who cares? Yeah, there's nothing really particularly sneaky going on. Some evasion going on. Festus is waddling up behind. Hellcannon almost completely abandoned at this point. What's that in this guy? Doom Knights of Tzinch. Yeah. Okay. This is not just a generalized Warriors of Chaos list then. The Marauders getting absolutely wrecked, but they are a chaff unit. The Trolls taking a lot of abuse there. I don't think that was intended, but I guess something's got to fall first, right? Shagoth actually gets in on the flank and is pulling through the Longbeards. Like, I don't care. I'm just going to keep on going. Keep on smashing. might have got a bit distracted with the other unit running in. But the heroes are coming in to take out the flyers, the chariots going around the flank. Where are these garbage chariots? There was a bit of lag there. Okay, maybe give this a second. Oh, you know what it is? It's probably because Tom just turned his PC on, so it's probably just stabilizing and getting sorted out. Okay, so here we go. Right, the trolls are regenerating in the trees. Hell cannons firing again. And the chariots have actually got around the back. I'm guessing these guys have rallied the marauders because they just sat there. Lost a couple of units. This Skyhammer seems to be doing some good work. It's annoyed the heroes enough that it's dragged them both away from the battle. But the dwarfs are starting to get enveloped. I'm not sure who's going to win this. This is looking pretty dicey. Festus is in there.
If the dwarves can get those troll hammers free, they'll be able to plink at the large targets, and that could well bring it back. But at the moment, they do still have quite a lot of ranged units being caught up in combat.
Yeah. He's just surrounded is the problem. And the warriors aren't really running away very fast. A couple of units breaking off now, so that's going to give him a bit of breathing room. But I'm not sure it's going to be enough. He's got some units clumped up together. I think his formation was just too tight. And as a result, he's kind of been, you know, run over because you just charge through one unit into another unit kind of thing. And the hell cannon is firing again. It's no unit in particular, I don't think. It's just an auto fire. Okay, the chariots are getting wrecked now. Brought back the gyro bombers to take care of them. Heroes got wrecked as well. How come he got wrecked? I completely missed that. So he's going to flee the field. If Hawkeye's got any sense, he will make sure he does not rally. So that's something you don't want to have to worry about. The hell cannon though, it's gone a long while uncontested, but saying that, dwarfs haven't been that stationary, so it's not got that many good shots in. The garbage chariots trolls are rallying. Yeah, I don't think the dwarfs are going to get the time to reposition. The heroes come back as well. Festus is going down, so the dwarfs are getting it done, but they can't get any breathing room. He's looking very distinctly one way at the minute, but we'll see.
Look forward to hearing what the commanders are thinking about this, because there's not much time to think, is there?
No, not with this.
So much going on all at once.
Utterly surrounded. The trolls in the woods, meanwhile, are getting like all their life back. It's not good that they're forgotten by both sides, but yeah, regen's going to make them a pretty valuable unit when you realise it's there.
I think a lot of the chaos are bouncing off a lot of the time, though. They're not leaving enough damage.
Yeah, the Shagoff's coming back in. The hero. Oh,
that's it.
That
that's
looks like time losses. Oh, it was.
It'll be down to the Unbreakable, which I believe is just the Hell Cannon.
Oh, really? Well, man. Yeah, I was only like. It was all over the dwarfs and they still held. That was pretty tense.
Dwarves are built differently.
Is that how it is?
That is how it is. What they lack in height, they make up for in toughness.
Okay, he's going for the hell cannon now. But it is over. Someone's pinging me. Let's see what's going on. Phoenix wants alright, let's oh, I didn't get time to save that replay, so I'm gonna have to ask them to save it. Alright then, so let's yeah, that kind of force exited. Okay, so Videx and Hyper have played, and Videx won. I think they were in the losers bracket, though, right?
They were.
Yeah, they were. Okay, cool. Belaga says, I'm still in the running for that spoon. Yeah. Now he's saying,
That
you're
spoon
out,
is
bro.
missing
You
more.
don't get a spoon. The bitter rivalry for the spoon is really something. So yeah, nice. Let's hop over there and see what they got to say.
Bring a hell cannon, whatever.
Dude, that
spark
looks
in.
so close. That
Yeah.
when you got the huge surround against the dwarfs, I thought that was gonna be like it. That was
Oh man. I was just telling him I expected him to have artillery, so I just ran in with everything. And when I should have stayed back and used my hell cannon and used the range advantage, but oh no, yeah. I made the mistake. I was like, as I got close to his gun line, I was like, oh no, mistakes were made. He just opens up and I just get melted. You had a really nice checkerboard going. That was a really good defensive positioning
Thanks.
on your part.
Yeah, that's what the dwarves are good at. You build
Yeah,
one freaking box and you go.
Yep. Yeah, it was hard to
scoot
get to your
around.
the cookie jar.
Well, you picked a lot of the right units to kind of like you had a bunch of flyers, a bunch of fast moving stuff. I saw
Yep.
the chariots when we
Yep.
desynced, and I was like, that's not going to be fun to deal
Oh
with.
yeah, that exactly. I was like, ooh, doors. I gotta bring in the chariots of
Yeah,
some sort.
the aspiring champions, I could not get
Can
rid of
can
those.
can I just ask,
knights.
right, Tom?
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
selected the Slanesh icon for your faction. Is that like a
weird.
a double punk? So like we were all talking about how you're going to bring fast Slanesh units and there were glass cannon and this could be a bit rough. And then it was Festus and I was like, what the hell?
Dude, I don't know
It's
why
like
it shows the Slanesh
double
symbol. I'm
punk.
like,
Yeah.
what is it? Like, I guess I just chose Warriors of Chaos and it defaulted to the Slanesh one. Static Legion. I don't know why. It's funny though.
We're all like, it's psychological warfare.
Yeah, and I'm just like this slow, heavy armory, heavy metal, and just
You
like
think it's going to be
trying
fast, but nope, it's going to be slow.
Yeah, whoops! I didn't even take that into consideration. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like psych you out with the Slanesh symbol.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna change. You picked yeah. When you were in the selection screen, it said Warriors of Chaos. It didn't specify a faction until we loaded in, and I already had my build and I was happy with it. I wasn't really gonna change it no matter what.
Right. And you had a good build. That was solid. You had some slayers in there. Yeah, you were able to shut down my skirmishers. Or my
I had to play
fast-moving stuff on
real
the
careful
front.
with those gyrocopters. One I did a couple of shift Q commands for that gyro bomber, and I had your aspiring or heroes chasing it around for a little bit.
Yeah. I kept my Doom Knights back because I assumed I didn't assume, but I suspected you might have some Rangers vanguarding to take out my hell cannon. So I kept my Doom Knights back.
Well, and I don't think they were hidden by the trees. I could see them immediately.
Yeah, I know. They don't get hit.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's like,
Okay.
I wanted to keep it back
that makes sense.
just for positioning. Yeah.
Yep.
That
It was a good fight. I was a
absolutely.
little concerned. I mean, you did a good job of really getting in and doing a lot of damage to my
Who's
missile units.
that
I just
that's joined the actual game? Someone's managed to guess the password.
Someone guessed the password.
Oh, interesting.
Unless this is someone I know. Dwive Street. This is someone in the stream.
That's funny.
Okay, I'm just gonna save that last replay because it wouldn't let me save it while we were exiting. So replays should be the auto save.
That was a fun battle. Like I said, I was starting to get worried because I'm like, okay, that Thunder is out of commission. That Thunder is out of commission. I can't. Yeah.
I just was like, I gotta ignore his melee infantry. I have to focus everybody shutting down a ranged assets. Shut down his range.
I couldn't get my Iron Drakes out of melee combat to save my life. I
thought you were just so surrounded that it was.
Yeah, I got a little too beat up on the approach. Like I said, I ran into the mid-range heavy gunfire. And I was artillery. I was like,
the opening with the Thunderers, the Iron Drakes, the Trollhammer torpedoes it dealt a lot. And I managed to get a lot of clean hits with that the Brimstone gun gyrocopter. Like your guys were chasing my gyro bomber, but that Brimstone gun actually did some pretty decent output.
Yeah, I definitely overlooked it. I was like, oh crap, that thing's actually making a difference. Oh no.
And I kept
that-
those hammerers in the center, plus the giant
Yep.
slayers I wasn't as happy with, but the hammerers were able to kind of bounce back and forth between.
Yeah.
Anytime you would pin
Yeah.
down one of my ranged units, I'd put the hammerers on whatever that thing
Yeah.
was and get a little
Yeah, the
trade a little
hammers did
damage
well.
back.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Phoenix is
great.
ready, so we can rock on with the next one. So
Okay, well, I'm
we,
gonna take off. That was fun, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for being in, Tom.
Yeah,
I
of
really
course, man.
appreciate it.
Absolutely, guys.
Catch you on
Have
Tuesday,
fun.
bro.
Yep. See you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.
All right, so we're doing the next one. It's all go, okay? Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
that
might
was a
even
fun,
say
fight.
Hawkeye GG, right? I mean,
I very much thought it was going to swing Chaos's favor when all of the range suddenly got tied down. Those
I
chariots
think
do not stop.
the thing is that even though that's, I don't know if that's the right decision or not, but as a result, all of my melee units had a lot of health, and I had Longbeards and Iron Breakers and Hammerers in there. Like I had melee troops with really high survivability, good damage output, like a Rune of Wrath and Ruin.
Your guys
I managed to
really
keep that gyro
helped,
bomber.
like super well. Like it was
Kept that gyro bomber alive long enough to circle him back and drop a couple of bombs, because those can make a big difference too. The actual bomb drop ability from the gyro bomber.
All right, can you join Hawkeye? I've DM'd you the new thing. Like we're
sure.
ready to
Let
go
me-
again. You might
I'm ready.
want to
I'm
take
gonna
a
skip
second.
off to the bathroom real quick, maybe get some
Okay.
water. So yeah, just give me a couple minutes. I'll be back.
So one thing I've always found is people spend so much time thinking about defeating the enemy, they forget to look after their own army.
Yeah,
And in
that's the
some
thing.
cases,
It's a
it really
balancing
does-
act.
Yeah, yep.
Look at everyone talking, smacking the loser bracket chat.
In this tournament, I think the losers bracket have been the most active.
I mean, it's nice that I'm bringing people together to play Warhammer, right? That's something I didn't expect from this. I thought it would be like people play the tournament and then just abandon the Discord, unsubscribe from Dan. They're out of here.
Oh, they're certainly having at it, that's for sure. I think we're going to see some good replays at some point.
Yeah.
Got a
It's,
few popping up already.
oh, yeah, I should say actually. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I had no idea if dwarfs are competitive. What? Sorry.
Who have we got for this next battle?
It's the Phoenix King guy. What's his name on the ladder? They put him in as Phoenix King. Yeah. Yeah. So it's Phoenix King versus Hawkeye. And Crispy and Berserker should be ready in like 10 minutes to go. And then the winner of them two face off. And then it's Vile versus Human Boy. And then that's it.
Jesus.
But then we're into the finals. Like, yeah, you're in the semi-finals, Vile.
Wow, against a multiplayer.
against an actual multiplayer player in a multiplayer tournament. Who would have thought it?
Who would have thunk?
Hey man, believe the power of Orc.
Yeah.
Vile beat me easy. Well, he's beat everyone else as well, Crash, if it makes you feel better. You know. The
It gets high
competitive
stakes at this
streak.
point.
Yeah.
Really not trying to do these chores, you know?
You're really not trying to do the household chores.
That's his motivation.
The micro. The keyboard's on fire. Anything not to clean the garage. Yeah, this has been pretty fun. Yeah, I'm gonna look forward to going through the replays and picking stuff. Yo, well, I
Who's
DM'd you
winning?
the
Yeah,
thing.
I'm up against Phoenix King. Yeah, I'll hop in here.
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
All right, crispy co-host. Here we go again, once more into the fray. So, high elves. You had to say it, didn't you? Doing our high elves.
I'm glad to see it. Let's see what they bring.
The smack talk in the losers section. Just remember, Bellicor, Master of Sass. Master of Sass. Who gave you that name? Forgotten where I was even going with that. I had something to say, but yeah. Yeah, everyone being polite in chat and dropping good luck have funds.
We've got Hawkeye in. He's ready already. Must be using one of his pre-made lists.
Yeah, he said he was ready to go. So we're just waiting
He's
for the
probably
other
got
guy.
them labelled. Use against dwarves. Use against chaos. Use against high elves.
To send Phoenix King a perk. He might be changing his list because he now knows he's fighting the Dowie.
I don't believe in that. I think a list should be irregardless of who you're against.
Yeah, well, that
personal-
can be a different tournament, can't we? We can do an Iron Man tournament where you don't change your armies. That could be a good one.
The
Like-
possibilities are endless.
Yeah, I can think of like a dozen different campaign styles we can do, which could be pretty cool. Like, as long as people are interested in this, like, yeah, you know, if you like it, like the video, leave comments, give feedback. I'll be doing a. Go on, sorry, you're saying this map will?
I was saying this map will benefit both. You got the open ground for the artillery if he chooses. You got the forests to bring sneaky units around.
Isn't this, if I'm reading this map right, this is like the hills have got forests on, right?
The hills have forests on, and then there's a dip in the middle.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking whoever gets the bottom half of the map, like you could deploy in and behind that wood and then like march down the flank.
You
Man,
could.
this is the thing, like where everyone's saying that I take YOLO armies, I would so take the memeiest army possible. And just like I just come out of the trees from everywhere. I just feel like YOLO. That's how I like to go. Like I remember when the Everqueen DLC first came out and we were playing multiplayer. God, that must have been ages ago now. And we were doing like IELTS versus. So we were all IELTS, but like because everyone else was taking the exact same thing, I was just like, I screwed this. So I just took all silver helms and the Everqueen and just like charged around the flank and into him, cast AoE heal. And I can't believe it actually worked. But that's the power of surprise, I suppose, and we're ready.
It works until it doesn't. Now we get to see what their army's composed of.
Do you think you do different tournaments like BFG? What do you mean BFG? Could you elaborate a little bit more, Bearded? Okay, it's not DCing. Okay, I'm not going to click anything there because it seems very laggy.
So that lake in the middle is actually impassable. They could use it to shore up one of their flanks if they go that way.
I'm going to let it load in first because it's not even telling me who's loading in yet now, so it's going slow. You mean like team games? I'll definitely do team game multiplayer stuff, and that could be super cool. Like that was my initial thing that I was testing was like for defender and attacker thing. I think to make that less boring, you do it as multiplayer and have more people in it. Would be pretty good. And some people like the idea of like free for alls as well, so that could also be pretty good. This is taking a loading.
Battle Fleet Gothic.
Battlefleet Gothic. Oh man. Do you think people would be interested in that after all this time? Like,
I've
man,
got
I think
BFG2. I'd
yeah,
probably join in.
I've got
I wouldn't say I'm
BFG.
any good at it. In fact, one might say that I am absolute trash.
I mean, it's in the franchise list. Basically, what I've said for the channel is it needs to fit into 2 brackets for me to cover it. It either needs to be related to Warhammer in some way, shape, or form, or a strategy game. Those are the 2 categories I am lumping my channel firmly in. Okay, there's a bunch of dragons. It's Imric. And suddenly a lot of tiny men on the other side. Okay, so I've just restricted that so no one really has much. Go on.
I did see some artillery in the dwarf army, so that could be a pro or a con. I think there was a cannon and a flame cannon. Flame cannon against Imric and his dragons. That's not going to be very useful. He's got to make sure that goes against the infantry. The cannon, on the other hand, that's going to be very effective against the dragons.
Yeah, I'll just let them get all set up and then we can debate their tactics, setting up and everything else. It's cool to see some dragons though, since they're so shunned in single player. Like, dragons definitely need some love. Battle Sector turn-based tournament. Man, Battle Sector has so much promise. Like, you laugh, but when they add some more factions to it, like I've got Battle Sector, that mini campaign thing they've got, that could be cool. Because that's like checkerboard chess thing. You fight a battle, you claim a tile if you win. That could be good as a multiplayer thing. And we could stream that. Alright, it looks like he's setting up in a checkerboard. Dwarfs are still getting organised. There's something hiding in the woods. What's that coming over the hill?
Those are rangers with throwing axes, aren't they?
Yeah, I weren't going to say in case anyone left the stream volume on. Because they haven't started the fight yet.
The more you know.
And there's a random ditch in the middle of the map.
I reckon this is going to be a half map kind of endeavour. I think they're going to ignore half of the map and just fight on one side.
Yeah, it looks like they're purely squaring up. Neither of them taking my suggestion of blind behind this tree line and then just going for a huge flanking maneuver. But then again,
time. Maybe they're going to be very aggressive.
Where's the YOLO in that? Where's the YOLO love? Look at all those mountains. It's making me feel cold. There we go, let's look at the sun. Oh, I think that was the ting of the battle starting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the timer has begun. Okay, we can turn it off. Alright, so yeah, he's coming up. There's a dragon moving up the flank. The elves are in a checker.
They're quite spread out. That's going to benefit them.
The bolt throwers are going forward.
Dwarves aren't fast.
The dwarves have... Yeah, you were right. Cannon and flame cannon.
He's forcing the dwarves to make a move.
Yep. We're all going for the flanks with the dragons. Well, this is what you get for not bringing as much artillery. What's he targeting? He's targeting the cannons with his cannons. I'm not sure that's a great move. But, here we go. The dragon is trying to catch the Skyhammer, but it's just way too slow. Unless he drives it towards Imric. Who is he on foot? Oh no, that's not Imric. Is it? Wait. No, that's a mage, okay. I was just like, I'm sure I saw him in a dragon. He's right there, Dan. He's right there, Dan. Put your glasses back on. Okay. It's interesting that he's trying to take out the artillery with a single shot volley. It's kind of working. The question is, are they doing enough counterfire damage?
damage is a double-edged sword in this game. I find more drawbacks than benefits to it.
The elves are still tenuously going for a flanking maneuver. Noble coming up on the side. I don't know if the dragon's just trying to bait out some shots, keeps moving back and forward a little bit. I think he's trying to get the dragons in for the big flanking maneuver. There's some giant slayers hanging around at the back, so he'll have to be careful. And randomly out of the woods come the rangers. They're heading straight towards the bolt thrower. If he'd have realised the mage was in the woods, the rangers could have probably killed the mage before they realised what was happening. But a bolt thrower will be a nice counter prize, I think. It's at least baited the dragon in, which is making him think what else is in the woods. The dragon's now hovering over the woods to see what's going on. And the other dragon's gone in against the troops. I don't know what he's done with the nobles.
In there, though, certainly makes him have to think. He cannot be gung-ho. He has to be very cautious.
Yeah. Well,
So
he is
what he's
taking
done-
out the flame tank cannon even.
Yeah, that's probably the smartest move.
Okay, he's taking care of the rangers, but if he doesn't run them down, you know, there's every chance that they could regenerate up, because they have regen, annoyingly.
But they've lost their units, so they can't regenerate that much.
No, but they're still pretty annoying. Oh no, they're broken. Now they're gone. Okay, that's them dealt with. I got a feeling he might not have enough firepower for this fight. Although the elves aren't turning off firing, they're wasting a lot of ammo on that already gone unit. The tense moment. Who's going to charge? As the elves position more and more.
The elves are getting into a good location, and they've got the mobility to counter move if needs be. The dwarves
Yeah.
don't have that luxury, so have to play more defensively.
That's why he isn't aggressively responding to the movements, he's just keeping his formation in check. But he managed to...
Not easy
hit
to
the-
dodge thunderers.
No, but he
Be
managed
careful
it.
with that one.
He only took 200 damage. He was kind of lucky, but he's got to be careful here because his lords and heroes are getting shot at. Unless this is a tactic to draw out ammo. He's
Well, 120 armor and shielded against just normal bows. He can soak up a fair bit.
I mean, he can, but Emmerich could run in and then just, you know, kill him. Emmerich's pretty strong. Okay, he's forcing the Dowie to fight. The noble's going to reposition towards the battle line to not get separated. Dragon's still waiting in the flanks. No, no. Noble changes his mind again. He's like, mistakes were made.
It's not liking that, that's for certain.
Yeah, that was 1,000
It's in a
damage.
good position to keep that noble at bay.
Here comes the guy hammer again. He seems to like this. This thing is probably to every battle.
Probably.
Oh!
Was to spend
Half a
time
unit of
with
archers
managing-
gone. Yeesh.
All
Yeah.
the time that he's controlling the Skyhammer, he's not controlling the rest of his army.
True, but he's not actually taking, like, now he's shooting the dragon with a thunderers. Yeah, he wants to be careful. These high value targets, if they get shot up, like,
Yeah.
all that time the Skyhammer got in and out without dying, so that's pretty surprising.
And he does have quite a lot of force still left, even though he's being shot.
Yeah.
It's like he's
Yeah.
wasting the ammo, just...
Yeah, it looks like he's intentionally put
Baseless
that
as
thing
fuck.
there to get shot. Yeah, yeah. Because initially I was like, this is a mistake, but actually, yeah, I think you're right. I think he's using it as a sponge to soak up all the arrow fire. Hawkeye really wants to get that free Chaos Warriors. Chaos Dwarf DLC. Alright, so... those pesky elves. I know, Big Sarge. Where's mildly annoyed? He'd be furious right now. He'd be like, kill them all. Yep,
Oh,
they're
finally
starting to
getting some
shoot into the
return
line.
fire there.
Like the score's pretty close, to be honest with you. Like to say snipe the
There's a lot of force that's not
artillery.
been put into the battle. Those dragons are still pretty happy.
Yeah, they need to hang on for the good moment. He probably wants to get everything engaged and then get the dragons on the remaining crew on the cannons to get rid of them fast.
Especially if he can get a good blob, the fire breath will be quite nice.
Here we go.
That noble,
Ooh.
careful, might get stuck.
Yeah, but he's stopping the firing for now, which means Emmerich can get in there, and he's straight on top of the. Is that a?
And
No,
there's
it's
the fire.
Thoric Ironbrow.
The fire on the noble. I think he used the noble as a bait. I think that's
Yeah.
intentional.
Yeah, he clumped up around it, and the Sun Dragon took advantage.
Yep.
Okay, the dragons are coming in around the flanks. The sword masters of Hoeth out of the wood. That's bad for the dwarves. If he lets them get into combat from a flank,
Yep,
that's
war
gonna be
lions
pretty
are
bad.
in the midst as well. I think this is turning in the favour of the High Elves at this point. He's got Iron Drakes trying to burn a dragon. Wouldn't agree with that, personally.
I don't think it actually has any fire resistance. No, it has
Does it?
missile resistance. No, it has 25 missile resistance, but no fire resistance.
That
Surprisingly, you'd think it'd be in the name, right?
You would have thought.
Yeah, this is still pretty even. Like, by all things happening, the dragon's now getting in there to blob up the thunderers. Stop them from doing much. It's like, really, most of this was a ploy for the Swordmasters of Hoeth to come through the woods, the Dan tactic that I was talking about from the start.
And it's a very good tactic. They are doing a lot of damage with the armor piercing going straight through, and the anti-infantry. Oh no, it's not anti-infantry. Sorry,
Yeah, they are infantry.
they are, aren't they? They are.
Yeah.
So,
Big
yeah,
swords.
very
But
good targets. They
he's
managed to
got
get
two
through.
units that
No.
have taken almost no damage. Like, the dragons basically tanked on. Can't put my teeth back in. Tanked all the hits for them so that they could get in position.
A high elf here waited, and the waiting paid off.
Like, yeah, and the legendary lord's dying because you can't bring a legendary lord against Emmerich. It's just the dueling capacity is not going to work out so well. One of the dragons is broken, but I don't know how well it's going to go. There's some more thunderers setting up to shoot the other dragon.
One of the dragons just fell out of the sky.
Yeah, I just realised that. Some more of the dwarfs are rallying. Because this is where it gets awkward
have a
now,
line
because the dwarfs are rallying and a lot of them still have guns, so... But this
is
could
no
be
longer a
over.
battle. This is a brawl.
Yeah. I mean, the last one was a brawl as well, though, right? When Chaos got right in there and it was like, oh, this is over, right? Right?
I think that was a
Right?
brawl.
No,
from
the dwarfs
moment
won.
they made contact.
Yeah. Yeah. Another couple of good spells off, but it looks like the elves are pulling it back.
Imrich's well supported.
There was an AoE heal there on Imlik and co. He's realised the Swordmasters are there and he's pulling out everything he can to damage him. The Thunderers are
You
shooting.
can't run away. You can't run away
Yeah.
in this state.
This
It's
is
not
over.
fast enough.
Wow, the man with the name, which was basically throwing shade at the dwarfs. And yeah, well, he actually won. Nice.
And
Okay.
if you look at the kills, the archers did rack up a fair few.
Yeah, sorry, I just got a lot of DMs, so I was making sure no one was saying they were having any problems.
The bomber got a lot of kills itself, but that could have gone either way very easily. If the artillery had been left to their own devices, they would have been able to rack up a lot. But right at the beginning, moving the bolt throwers forward was probably the smartest move.
Yeah, they've done a lot of fighting, and there's some good potential there. The High Elves really pulled it out. Like I was concerned for how it was going to go for a while, but yeah, I guess we're
Oh, it
going to
looks very even. It is
chop
only.
that up. Yeah.
Well,
Like
I reckon
that
we
was
could
the
probably
one thing I didn't want. Right, I didn't want people just rolling other people in this tournament and it being actually a challenge. And I'm kind of glad that it's gone the way it is. So it seems pretty straight up. So let's pop back in and see what OK has to say.
Perfect.
Hey, OK, how did it go,
there
dude?
he is. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, we were just talking about it, man. Like, I thought you'd got that until the Sword Masters of Hoth come out of the tree line, and I was like, you did what I said.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Really
Well,
good.
Matt,
to
I
see
was
that.
worried about that dragon catching the Rangers, and I tried to scoot it out of the way, but not in time. No, it seems like Phoenix King is pretty familiar with multiplayer because I got really counterpicked there, just in terms of the unit loadout that they went with. They had a bunch of archers. I didn't, if I had like a spam of quarrelers, it would have been an easy fight, but I kind of stuck with the composition that I had originally brought. I got some really awesome hits with that gyro bomber. That was happy.
Yeah, I was watching that. I didn't believe how much damage it did. Actually, I know why you take it so much now. So
yeah,
we just need to sort out the next match now. Go on.
Okay.
Yeah, just the limited multiplayer experience I have. Something like a gyro bomber, if used poorly, it's a huge waste of money. But if used well, yeah, they're really effective. And that Regiment of Renown one does a lot of extra damage. No, it was just yeah, I mean it really was like it was archers and swordsmasters. Like it was a pretty perfect counter pick. And originally I was thinking, okay, well, he's shooting, archer fire mostly into my lord, my hero, some longbeards. It's not really doing much damage. Maybe I just wait it out. He kept trying to like poke on the sides with the dragon and the noble, and I was doing a pretty good job holding those off for the most part, especially before the fighting started. But yeah, like the thing is, once the archers ran out of ammo, okay, well then he still has the swords masters, and I don't have the ability to fully deflect that once my lines were a little bit too softened up. Didn't have the troops or the organizations. When I had to try to push them, the double pick on the ballista, what are they, eagle claw bolt thrower, that was a smart pick too. And I do that in my own campaigns, but I feel like it can be pretty inconsistent in campaign, trying to like bring artillery to counter snipe enemy artillery. But it actually makes, now that I think about it, it makes a lot more sense in multiplayer, because unless I bring, like maybe that battle would have been better if I had brought a dozen grudge throwers, but obviously that would have been insane. Like I would have had to try to counter pick their like counter pick. So
yeah, it's there's plenty of options and angles, and you can always look at it and think like
it was a lot of good selections, and it forced me to either sit and give them free damage for as long as they wanted, or to like try to force an engagement, which is hard to do as the dwarves, and I
did really well though, because you were holding. Like the thing is not to panic with the dose, right? You got to keep your formation, and you've got to pick off targets where you can. You get some shots in on the noble, which was a massive mistake. I was watching that and lost 1,000 hit points there, and I was like, yeah, he's going to be a bit upset about that.
They're trying really hard to bait me out, like because all it takes is one click on the Thunderers where I don't pay attention in the next 30 seconds, and it's walked all the way out there because the dragon or the noble gets out of range, and then he pounces on it. So it felt like they were trying to bait it pretty well, and they did a good job. Like I got some free shots, but I didn't get a lot of free shots. Yeah, there was that one where I caught them out, but other than that, yeah. Yeah, and like Thorgrim would have been a great, or not Thorgrim, Thoric would have been like a nice brawler, except that he didn't get an opportunity to brawl. Well, of course he's going up against Imric and another like dragon and the Swords Masters. Yeah, he just got clumped.
Yeah. So
Are you hosting, Dan?
Who's next? Are you?
Myself and Berserk is around.
Yeah. If you're ready, I'll DM you the thing, and we can crack on with it. All right. That's good to know. He should be in my DMs somewhere. He's got that crazed looking cat for his... There he is. All right. I'm going to send him to the invites, so they should be joining the game momentarily. We'll see how this goes. Yeah. were you happy with your performance, though, Hawkeye? Because
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Phoenix King is a tourney player, so
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. I could tell, like, based on the decisions they made in unit selection, they made some good choices. Like I said, they really counterpicked. Just the spam of archers, like I said, meant I had to sit and absorb damage and hope that they ran out of ammo before they did enough damage on the right targets. They had a lot of units floating around the sides waiting to poke if I like overextended or slipped up. Like I had to, and even then, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I did my best. I'm not familiar enough with multiplayer to have really, like I said, I pre-made a few compositions. I'm just gonna stick to them because that's gonna, if I'm trying to, I don't know, if I'm trying to outthink somebody with more experience than me, it's gonna backfire. If I try to outthink somebody with less experience anyway, then it's I'm gonna put myself in a bad position that way. Yeah, I think it was fine. Like I said, they definitely, I could tell at least from the look of their army, their unit selection, and the way that battle went that they are a pretty experienced multiplayer player. They deserve to win that match.
I'll just ping the next guy so that they can.
Well, it
be
looks like it was
ready.
going to be a very close battle. I wasn't sure who I should bet on.
No, I'm glad you think so. Yeah, I mean, I tried to make the most of it. Tried to make the most of the situation. There's
Alright,
a
so
lot
it's
of
going to
moving
be
parts.
Orcs versus Khorne from the look of it. So the ultimate smash face combo. Are you here, Vile?
Yeah.
I just busted a ping so that, not see. Like, just because we need to get it done today. Like,
Yep, for sure.
We'll do a best of 3 for the final, and hopefully that'll bring some massive entertainment value. But yeah, this has been pretty solid so far. I'm really, really enjoying it. We've had some great ideas for follow-on, tournaments to make them different to this one as well. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, I can't do this payout every time unless we get some channel sponsors. But yeah, like I'm hopeful for the future that this could be good because I have always wanted to do some tournament stuff for a long, long time.
It's a good way to get community engagement. It's kind of a fun thing to do.
Well, it's nice to see that in the losers bracket forum section that people smack talking each other and doing like there's people in there that they've lost in the losers bracket, but they've arranged another game anyway. So clearly they're having fun. So you wouldn't carry on playing versus games if you weren't having fun. So
yeah, exactly.
It's that's what we're here for, right?
Zerk is
Okay, they're ready.
He's not much of a talker though, so we shan't have him on chat.
That's fine. You're in that, so I'll not pull you in. I'll pull Hawkeye in this time. Yeah, right. So it's Khorne versus the Gobbos.
Yeah.
This is gonna be. I don't know, man. This is gonna be interesting. He's on Scarbrand as well. I'm not sure Scarbrand's the best choice for this. Oh, it crashed.
Yeah, did the desync thing again? Classic. At least we get a sneak preview of what's to come.
Canuck, dude, what you Yeah. It's crashed, man. We're gonna need to rehost.
Oh dear.
Sorry.
How do I know? Should I try to like set up a match or whatever my match is in the losers bracket in the off hours here?
All we're doing for that is basically you post in the losers bracket and see if people want to fight. We're not really enforcing that.
Okay, that's fine. Oh.
Yeah,
is the losers bracket going to carry, like, the winner of that going to carry back forward to the winners bracket, or are we not,
Crispy, we're just waiting for you now to join.
Yeah, no, I've just frozen for a moment. I just need to.
Okay, we're not doing the second bracket thing. The second bracket from the website, ignore it completely because too many people have dropped out, so it's a mess.
Right.
So we can't organize it properly. But if you want to just post in like the losers bracket thing. So basically you get 2 losses and then we decide which is the biggest loser. It's
I
the
just
way
have
it
no
goes.
idea who I should play. Or I suppose whoever loses this round then, right? Does that make sense or no?
Yeah, can you?
Maybe. Or somebody from the losers bracket who won. I know that the brackets down there all are a bit messed up, but
Yeah, it's you try and use websites to make your life easier, right? And to make things more complicated. Thank you,
yeah,
Canuck,
that's
for the
disappointment.
donation. But I thought you were poor, right? Right. Berserker is an excellent player. Yeah. Well, we're about to find out, right? He's constantly changing the banner until he finds the green skin one he wants. But thank you for the donation, Canuck. Now I've got to figure out the exchange rate. The spoon really is the people's champion. The number of people talking smack and wanting the spoon is just ridiculous. Like, I will be the winner of the losers. Oh, they're ready. Okay, I'm not going to touch anything. Let's hope it doesn't desync this time. Pray to your God. Alright, we're in. We're just waiting for Crispy Sheep to connect.
Okay.
I put my money where it will do the most damage. Well, in the bloodbath fight that is about to ensue. Quorn versus goblins. Yeah, this seems like an interesting one.
You want to stream it through Discord too?
Yeah, I'm just letting it entirely load in before
sure.
I do that because,
Gotcha.
desync. Okay, it's loaded in. I've turned that off because I don't think they can see each other's arms until the game starts, right? And this way it's a little harder for them to stream snipe stuff. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun. I haven't seen Khorne played in a long time, so this should be fun. It would have been funny if it was Festus versus Scarbrand at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man, if you're like multiplayer stuff, I'll try and get you in the next one. It's like they're both just gonna line up and fight each other right in the middle. Proper orcs. Who needs anything else, right?
Well, this should be interesting. I feel like it. Curious how much like armored units Khorne is gonna bring versus how much armor penetration the Greenskins player is gonna bring. Because if it turns into a grind, it might just be whoever has the most armor wins out the day.
Yeah, which will be Khorne. So
right.
Crispy's got his work cut out for him here, and Crispy's not the pro player, so we're gonna see. Like this is
has potential to be a tough matchup.
Yeah, well, he's got the Warg, so when he fires that off, it will get extra melee damage. So
that's true.
That's not necessarily going to work out so well for Khorne wanting to be in combat all the time. I don't think he's brought any range units either, Khorne. All flying units. I think this is all just infantry for the most part. I'm not going to say any specifics because someone might have left the volume on. I think that was the tick. No, it wasn't. They haven't started the timer yet. Yeah. I don't think anyone brings SkavenDan. I think SkavenDan sucks in multiplayer. I even made a video on beating him with Slayers at an equal point value just to prove a point.
Well,
Definitely.
aren't you special?
He sucks, man. He's SkavenDan. He can't even beat Skaven slaves. Alright, we are go. And the goblins have the high ground, Anakin. So they're set up on the ridge. And here we go. He's coming in. I think he's got some sneaky boys that have actually been revealed. So that's not going to work out too well for him. Oh, they might have not been revealed. It might just be coincidence that he's moving that way. SkavenDan's running straight through. He's probably just going to go straight for the Lord, I'm guessing. And what's he doing? He's set up. He's got some Black Orcs, so they will really help with the armor penetration situation. He's got some Savage Orc big ones as well. So, oh, but Khorne actually has some range units. How unhonorable!
Yeah, I was gonna say, those look like
throwing
those
axes. It's over. This is not a Khorne fight anymore. I call it.
Oh, that's a smart pick though, to have some of those kind of.
Yeah. Bring some actually fast range units so that he can get around and stuff. So he's started to reveal some of the hidden units on the hill. So he's pulling
like
back.
A bunch of nasty skulkers on that flank too, though.
Yeah.
But he found them. Yeah, the scouting with the fast moving units, that's really smart.
Yeah, there's a bit of lag going on, so I'm gonna.
A lot of damage.
Zoom out
Those
a little
skulkers
bit.
are going to be what he needs to pierce the armor of any of the that's what I was wondering for the greenskins. How are they going to pierce some of the heavily armored units? He set up an interesting flank.
He does have the Black Orcs as well. I think that SkavenDan is reconsidering the stuff on the hill because it's probably important to shut down those archers and get rid of the nasty skulkers. And he is moving over. He's redeploying towards the hill, so he's forcing the Orcs to attack him. Does he have no artillery? Have the goblins
I don't think so.
Gone full manic mode?
Well, because that's another thing I was kind of wondering is if they're going to bring any artillery. Because I think it probably makes sense to against Khorne, but it's still, at least in my opinion and campaign experience, it's hard to justify.
There go the swirly whirlies spinning into all the infantry from the Khorne boys. That would have been painful. But SkavenDan runs in to break them, basically. But the nasty skulkers are running down the hill into the dual-wielding marauders, so it's anti-infantry versus anti-infantry. But they're an unarmoured unit, so Khorne's picking his units carefully and well. This is going to be...
Yeah, that spread of, I think it was a bunch of marauder berserkers, that's gonna be really solid for dealing with the nasty skulkers, being able to put some of, I don't know if I'd call them trash units, but some of those lower value, more expendable units on it.
They're all trash units. Let's be real. The goblin armies are like Skaven armies. It's like, I win because I have more. Okay, the couple of units seemingly not doing anything. The skirmish cavalry is rallying. He's keeping the flesh hounds in reserve, curiously. For some reason. Like the trolls have just run over here and absolutely smashed some wolves, which seems like overkill. But the warg's on, so this is where Khorne doesn't want to be in combat with this massive battle line. SkavenDan is actually starting to take some damage. But SkavenDan causes terror, so he's probably going to rout them all off. But I don't know if that'll work to his advantage, because if they end up keep coming back in and getting the charge bonus, it could be quite brutal. Saying that, what are those? They're Khorne. Yeah, Khorne Minotaurs with great weapons. Yeah, they're going to totally swing the battle, actually. I think he's bogged him down a little bit, but he's not going to have that much staying power. That was a really weird graphical thing that just happened there, but I think that was just supposed to be this unit being spawned, which is Bloodletters.
Okay, yeah.
And he's bringing that in to flank the Savage Orcs, which is it's not going to go down well for them.
Positioning on the hill was pretty good. It was nice to kind of take that high ground advantage, but it does seem like, well, the response to push into once those hidden units were discovered with the scouts, especially the nasty skulkers, the prioritization of the archers and the skulkers, I mean, it's tough. You know, you set up an ambush flank with the goal of it not being you don't have enough units over there to protect it, but of course you do that on purpose because they're all stock units. You don't want to like, oh, well, I wonder what this 1-2 units of Orc Boys is doing over here.
Yeah, the terror and the fear. I think it's too much for the goblins. This is their undoing with not having such a tight formation, going for the wide ambush. They're not going to get as much of a leadership buff, which is not going to work in their favour. Now, some regiments are rallying, but I think this is probably going to be annihilation. There's the wire again.
Log, hopefully.
I don't know if it's
turn it around a little bit. Yeah, it's tough once they start chain routing. It just makes it hard to regroup as well.
Fungus and flames, yeah, big surge. Yeah, this has been it's been pretty solid. Like Corn player scouting around, making sure he's got everything. Like that was
skilled players here.
Lucky, basically. If he'd have not done that, if he'd have overlooked that little bit, could have really struggled. And that looks like Armilos is about to kick in, which is GG.
Seems pretty intentional though. It was, especially with the choice of the units there.
All right, nice. Well, so that means Berserker is going on up to the winners bracket. So for the semi-finals are drawn. It's Vile Purple versus Human Boy, Phoenix King versus VM Berserker. So I did ping Human Boy, so hopefully he's ready and we can start the big smash of the semi-finals. All right. Hey, did you see that? That was pretty.
Wasn't that a massacre?
Yeah, I mean it was, but like it was solid in your application. I think your leadership was your downfall. Being so wide, you weren't able to bring the reinforced confidence. Yeah, it was fast. If you'd have fallen for it though, you'd have had a really good flanking move.
Yeah.
It should have been a bit further back,
about it before. It's just a tough matchup in general with the going into fight Khorne as the greenskins. Like you don't have a lot of great armor piercing options, or at least that are cost effective, and even with that in mind, you know, they almost counterpicked your counterpick with more spam units. They had a kind of like lower tier, cheaper units, and they did a good job scouting you out with the the like warhounds and the skirmish units was kind of an unexpected pick too.
And the trouble I had was my guys don't have very high leadership just as a action. He was making sure that he was following me off the board, so my guys were not rallying.
Yeah.
My guys weren't doing too badly health-wise. They just weren't sticking around for the fight.
Right.
Have you seen this guy's icon? He's got a little Skaven Human Boy. Yes. Well, I think we know who our winner is now. Congratulations, Human Boy. Okay, let's find a map for these guys.
I enjoyed that battle. If my hidden units hadn't been spotted, I might have had a better chance. He was not falling for it. He was being very cautious to begin with.
What's a good map that we haven't
guys
already
around my
used?
flank, and he spotted them.
They did a good job of identifying what their win condition was going to be, which was just don't get caught out like that.
Yep.
The ambush was the one.
I think we've done this one before. Alright, so Vile, you're up. Are you ready? Human Boy's in the game, so you guys pick your armies. And good luck.
Is this the map that we'll be doing?
Yes, this is. I don't think we've used this one, so this will be the map. It's L'Angulé, blah, 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 blah. That one.
Langui.
I'm just clicking through them. Yeah. That's the one that you see on the stream now. So, you don't need to see on stream because you're in the game. Duh. Yes. So this is the map. Best of one again. So good luck. I expect something interesting from you guys. Oh, he is going Skaven. Nice. He's just trying to get brownie points, this guy. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Alright. I just drag you in this time.
Yeah, so it's going to be quite interesting, because there's a lot of different tactics that Skaven themselves can pull off. The map itself is going to be a big part in how they play. Do you reckon they're going to go sneaky, or do you think they're going to go technological? They've got a lot of options. Could go
I have
monsters.
no idea. This is the thing with the Skaven, right? They've got so many options and different player tactics. It's going to be a bit different.
I reckon with the artillery and the gun line, if he follows the last battle, a couple of brood horrors will be a bit of a pain. Get them in the right position, they can swing round.
It depends though, because if he's got the fire stuff, then he's gonna obliterate them because it's gonna really damage them and it screws up your regen a bit. So there's going to be a lot of counterplay and play going on between these two factions. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see which one comes out on top. Plus, like, competitive Skaven has so many options, and we've only really seen one army from Vile plus so far. So unless it's suddenly going to be like, I've spent the last hour working on this because I realised I was through to the semi-finals.
I think it all comes down to who has a bit more experience in these situations, and I'd lean towards human in that situation. I think it's going to be a lot of mind games to begin with.
Potentially. I mean, the thing with the Skaven is they can summon units, right? You can still have a Packmaster and you can have a Plague Priest, so you can get a good number of summons off if you want cannon fodder to soak bullets that don't actually matter. Like, it's there, he's got the potential for it. So we're just going to have to...
Do Skaven get the menace from below?
No, not in this.
Not in this, okay.
No, because that's a campaign thing. But the Plague Priests can summon Clan Rats and Storm Vermin. And the Packmaster can summon the Hounds. So there is potential for some upset there. And it looks like Phoenix King has set up the next match so that they are ready. Cool. Who's your money on? The underdog or the Skaven?
Difficult to say. I would probably... I'd lean more towards the Skaven. They've got more tools at their disposal. I think they can counter other armies better, just as a general rule of thumb.
Yeah, they do have actual Giselles, unlike discount Giselles, so that's something at least.
I would lean more towards the Skaven in this situation, but as we've seen, there can be some very nasty surprises.
Right. Hopefully, this doesn't BC us. That's a big Skaven army. This is loading pretty fast. Please don't DC.
Do you have a stream for myself?
Yeah, just let the game... oh, it's goddamn crashed again.
I had fun of it.
Yeah. Can I not just join them? I've got Vile Purple on here, haven't I? Can I not just get back into it? No, I don't think I can. Are you in the game, dude? Because it's crashed for me.
Yeah.
I don't think I can get back in. Does it say I've left the game?
Yeah, it did say you left the game.
God damn it. I don't see... Are you in offline mode?
In Discord, I think, yeah.
No, I don't have you on Steam Friends. That's probably why I can't see you. Okay, right. Well, I'll reset all the match then, I guess. Sorry, dude.
Oh, it's all good, man.
Well, once more into the breach.
Once more, man. Okay, so do we leave and then rejoin?
Yeah, you'll have to join this one. I mean, I've already set it up, like, since I'm already out of the game, I guess. But yeah, it seems a bit weird. But Phoenix has set his game up, so hopefully we won't have a DC when we try and join his game. I hope you guys have got your armies saved. And there's no cheating that goes on since you saw what each other had on the load screen. I wish it didn't show you on the load screen, man, because like if it crashes, like it's such a I'll change my army now then. You know?
Oh yeah, I didn't even know. Okay, so let's see here.
All right. I guess we just got to wait for them to rejoin.
Indeed. So I reckon, after that cheeky glimpse that we got, I reckon that the Skaven are going to be very fast in this. They've got quite a few units that are going to be very easy to maneuver. Cafe is going to have to be very careful about being outflanked.
Yep. Cathay is, if they set up as a big block, like if he takes all that chaff that he had last time, he's going to have the numbers to soak a lot of the stuff up. Which
Going to
is,
need to.
yeah, it doesn't look like anyone changed anything. Hopefully this time. Come on, machine gods, pray. Pray to the machine gods. Alright, we're in, we're waiting for Vile. I'll just let him load in and then I'll send you an invite to see the screen. Ooh, whoa.
Berserk is an
Okay.
excellent player, well known in the community. Okay, well, I don't feel so bad about losing now.
Yeah, I told you that some of the people are multiplayer people, so, you know, don't feel bad about it, it's only a game.
I didn't feel bad about it, to be honest.
Oh, shit. I didn't change the map, did I? This is Alpine Rage again.
Mistakes were made.
Well, you think they're the ones that are going to pull the fast one when it's me?
Oh, no. Let's see
Probably
how
like,
they fare with
wait.
this then, shall we? A great switcheroo.
Yeah.
Now, as I've seen before on this map, you've got to be careful with that tree line at the back because you can be flanked from the far tree line, can't you?
Yeah, there's quite a lot of scope in here for sneakiness. Like I've said before, you can like deploy and then just like push into the tree line a bit, and they'll run over the hill and be like, "Where is the enemy army?" So there's definitely room for it. You're all right with losing your battle now, then? You feel vindicated losing against a pro player?
It's fine. I was expecting to lose at some point. I was surprised I got so far.
Yeah, man.
Now,
you
I'm
did,
always glad to go out fighting, and
you got
in
it
this
through to the
game-
semis. You should be proud, dude. Pretty good.
In this game, you kind of got to take the losses for what they're worth.
Yeah, I mean, the
It's
thing
exactly-
that would annoy people that I play with this is that I don't take multiplayer seriously, so when I'm constantly bringing meme armies, they'd be like, "Why have you done this for the 17th time?" Like, I remember playing a guy
I was
on,
initially going to get as many sneakers as I could, but then I thought that would kind of make for a bad stream. The enemy just sat there waiting for me to appear.
but you can only take so many with the limited unit caps on there, that's the thing. So.
Yeah, no, but there's lots of different types. I could probably take about 80% of my
You
army.
should have done it, man. You should have done it. You'd have been looking in the woods and everywhere for you, but like, where the hell is he?
I was
Yeah,
glad
I
I
think
put
they're
the
a bit ready.
fanatics on the goblin archers.
Yeah, I saw one of your fanatic hits tear through some units. And I'm looking forward to watching the replays and making standalone videos for them. Alright, the
Right, I also
Skaven are
panicked.
advancing. Well, here we go.
You'll
He's,
notice that Skaven are already around them. They're behind.
Yeah,
and
here we
they're
go,
to the far east there.
boys. Who are these Death Runners?
He's going straight in. That's going
He's
to.
going for the artillery. He's
sure if
moving
that's
up
what
from behind the forest as well. He's basically just going for full panic tactics. Right? He's moving up in every
Panic
direction.
work. I mean, he's got the numbers. He can afford to lose a few units to rattle him. If he can take
Exactly.
out that artillery.
I mean, he's already getting on top of him. He's shooting the Giselle.
Yep.
Discount Giselle's in the back.
Yeah, he's
And,
going to get bank luck.
This
He's
is...
going to get at least one of the artilleries destroyed.
Yep, wolf rats coming out of the forest on the other side.
I think this is. He's shaken. I can say because he's not responding to the threat behind him.
I mean, he's responded now, but it's too late. The wolf rats are like edging through his lines. They've hit the Celestial Dragon Warrior Archers. I mean, they'll load up Rhine because they're the Celestial Dragon Warriors, but he's gone
is
for
actually
too many elite units. He needed some fodder to actually compete. Because this is where the Skaven excel, right? He's got all the chaff in the world, but on top of that, he's actually got strong units behind it as well. So he is getting on top of these Poison Wind Globadiers? Yes, Poison Wind Globadiers. So he's managed that, but they're surrounded by friendly units, so it's not a great move. But
He's got the Poison Wind Mortars Regiment of Renown as well. That's going to be very good against the armoured units.
Yeah. And he has the Rattling Guns Regiment of Renown. It's going to be
very good
pretty
against
nasty.
longer lines. He's pulling out the magic, but I don't think it's going to make much difference now. I think his army's broken into fragments.
Oh, there comes the mortar hit. Yeah. Straight on his elite Celestial Dragon Archers. Whew. Yeah, this is looking like a bit of a massacre.
Send this replay to Legend, see if he can fix it.
He doesn't do multiplayer, unfortunately.
Unfortunately not, but this is a...
I mean, if you replayed this against the AI, that could be quite entertaining. Can you actually win this if the AI had this army? Because this is a lot of Skaven, man.
This is a lot. He went for a lot of slaves, which are dirt cheap, just to bolster. And that's scary. That's a psychological effect. That's going to mess.
Just going full dragon mode, but I'm not sure that's wise because he can just use Howling Warp Gale and lock her in place. Oh wait, he stripped Howling Warp Gale off the wizard. He can't do that. But he does have Rend, which is incredibly good at killing characters. So yeah, this is turning into a bit of a massacre. And if she's not on the ground, then it'll be armor losses anyway, so yeah.
But it's on far too spread it, he needs him alive. That initial attack right at the beginning, that took out the artillery, that must have been horrific to go through.
I don't know what you're on about. I mean, as far as I could see, the right race is winning. Just and peaceful Skaven.
Well done. Well done indeed.
No, he didn't save. How does it happen? Isn't it? Where do you... Because I'm spectating the matches. I mean, yeah, I guess in retrospective, I should have made sure it wasn't an issue. And I don't think I saved that in time, did I? No, I didn't. So let me just rename it. Is your game up? Phoenix? You want to send me the information so that I can join you? Or is it named a specific thing?
I think the numbers alone would have been too much. There's a point where you just freeze up and you can't make orders. It slows everything down and
Yeah.
just can't think it through. And when you're
Where
dealt
is
with that much all at
Two
once,
battles.
where do you even start?
Game is full, apparently. Yeah. All right. Okay, so we're in.
Berserk has changed his army. He's gone for vampire counts this time.
Okay. Vampire counts versus high elves, eh? It's going to be an interesting one.
It's a very open map. There's going to be no sneakiness here. It's going to be
Oh, I haven't set the map, but I guess they could use it. Okay. And I'm just talking to the guys about the setup and stuff. See, this is kind of why hosting is easier. Because, like, now I'm spending 5 minutes talking about the map.
unfortunately so.
But, yeah. So we didn't really have time. Like, time is slipping away for people, so we're kind of trying to speed through these next couple. But, yeah. Yeah. We are away. Yeah, it's all for the content. JG. Not sure whom you are, but welcome to the stream if you're new here. It's his first time doing this, so it's going to be a little rough around the edges. And fortunately, got a couple of people in to help me co-stream, because I haven't done this before, and my throat is ugh already. So yeah, it's been a little rough, but no, thank you guys for being here and supporting the channel. Kanuko throwing in some money generously for the winner. And now the loading begins.
From what I can tell of the vampire counts, a lot of the points went into the cavalry and fast units. He's got some blood knights in there. I saw some others that were of note. I think I saw some ghouls. Sorry, cryptors there. but the infantry mostly looked like zombies and skeletons.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's the thing to
Find
do
out
in
shortly.
any professional tournament thing, right? Is you want to have chaff. Chaff's always going to help you in the early game for sure. I noticed we've got a couple of new subscribers, so thank you for subscribing to the channel if you are actually in chat right now. I do a variety of content there, so I should warn you, there is single player, multiplayer, campaign, random stuff, Dark Tide. We do all varieties of stuff. Okay, that looks like it's his standard Imric army, I think, from before.
I don't think it's changed much, if anything.
Alright. Just give him a minute. This map looks edgy as hell. How's your throat holding up, Crispy?
Do I spy a mortis engine at the back?
I don't know, because I'm not looking till we step. I can do that kind of army interrogation when I do the individual videos from the replays that I upload. Which should be great. It'd be great. Yeah. I hate to say I'm biased, but you know, at least the Skaven won the last round. There's some justice in the world. There's quite a lot of flyers though, from the looks of it. There's a bit of lag there from these guys. I think Berserker's internet might not quite be that great. But yeah, we managed last time, so we'll manage again, I'm sure. Once I finish redeploying armies, it should probably stabilise anyway. Seems like both players are skilled mud player. Yeah, this should be a solid matchup, I think. Thanks for having me. I let the Skaven win, so can we be friends? Nice. Yeah. No biases here, honest. How are we doing? They're still setting up? No, they have indeed started. Okay, so we've got giant bats. We got Manfred. We've got quite a few Vargeist.
Got Vargeist. Crypt Horrors and Blood
Yep.
Knights.
Necromancer. Unholy Lordstone over there.
Yep.
Quite a aggressive build for the High Elves, so he's just going to try and get straight in there.
Did he change out the... Yeah, I think he's got Arcane Phoenix instead of the Sun Dragons.
Yeah, that might make sense. And he dropped the bolt throwers.
Yeah, you don't want bolt throwers against this army, to be honest. With this many flyers and whatnot, it'll be too much trouble to keep them protected.
Oh, Manfred's took a bit of a scratch there. Double swirly whirlies, but it doesn't look like they've done a whole lot. I mean, zombies. Do you really want to cast that kind of stuff on zombies? I guess it's going to get rid of them quicker, but
I think he was
seems
trying to
like
catch those bats.
overkill. Maybe.
Tried to catch him and missed.
But here comes Emmerich. He's going for it. He's straight into the middle there. He doesn't care. Come here, Manfred. I want to hug you with my dragon.
Half health off Manfred already. So if they can keep... No. No, he lost
No,
weight.
you probably can't keep him on the ground with the amount of troops coming in right now. He's got healing, so Manfred's going to be fine for a little while. He's already popped a heal.
I'm more concerned about Imric being able to get out of that because that's a lot of vampires.
I don't think he wants to get out of there. Could be wrong, but I think he'll do pretty alright. Like, the thing is, if he tries to pull out of that, he's going to take a lot of damage pulling out.
He's starting to take a lot of damage already. He's lost a quarter.
Yeah, I think he is trying to pull out. You can see he's trying to back off a little bit, and it's just not working out too well for him.
Looks like he's bogged down by the ghouls, the crypt horrors.
Yeah, he needs to counter commit. He's got the spearmen sat there. He needs to get them in against the large units for the anti-large. It would be a great bonus for him. The White Lions of Trace guys are coming in to fight the guys that aren't doing anything, but like it's Imric that needs the backup. That would just turn all the archers to fire into that blob to give him the cover. There's so many high value targets there. Okay, he's going to get away, it looks like. He's pulling out. He's limping off. The dragon waddle of shame. And he's back in the air.
Now he's in the air, he should do a lot better against the flies. Now he's not completely.
Yeah. There's some big flanking going on there on the other side. We're about to run into the back line. Yeah, probably too distracted with what's going on here. Imric has just YOLO'd back into the combat. The arrogance of elves. But Manfred is getting target fired by the archers. That's going to cause him some serious grief. He's trying to back out as well. Is he going to YOLO back in again? Is he as much a man as Imric? Bit of lag there. Imric's going to go for the Arcane Phoenix, I think. No? Yes? He stopped.
If he stands there for too long, he's going to get shot to hell.
I think he was trying to fire a breath attack on the Arcane Phoenix, and it just didn't happen because he was getting shot. Yeah, he's trying to. Yeah. Those air breath attacks are not that great, and you don't want to be doing while you're being focus fired by archers. It looks like Imric's gonna maybe pull this back if he can get rid of Manfred. This is gonna be rough.
The Blood Knights have come in on the flank, and I don't think it's been noticed yet.
No, but to be fair, if he kills the Lord, then it's going to be a big win for the High Elves.
Those archers are making their money.
Yeah, there's the Phoenix and the archers.
That's going to upset a lot of the vampire counts, and the vampire counts don't have the leadership to.
So some archers have turned on the shock cav. Yeah, they're not doing particularly well over there. Actually, it looks like Imric's done this around. This looked very questionable a moment ago, but oh.
Conceded.
Let's save that quick. Nice. Well then. Yeah, when Manfred died, it was only going to get worse from there on in. But well thought. It was kind of questionable for a moment. Good game, guys. So that means we have our finalists. We have the Phoenix King versus Human Boy.
That's going to be quite a showdown, I imagine. Two very strong and flexible armies.
Let me see if I can grab Human Boy. And hopefully this is going to be it. I've got some more pings. Everyone pings me. You can't make me. Alright then. So, these guys need to choose a map, and then the chaos can begin. Alright, let's have a look at chat. It's a tough matchup for Cafe. Yeah, it really is. Like, he has so many more troops than you. There is always a lot of damage pulling out the flank. Yeah, when you try and withdraw from any kind of combat situation, it's kind of spectacular. Oh, we're going High Elves versus Lizardmen. So this is going to be the final. This is the best of one because Human Boy needs to go, and I don't really want to hold him too much if he's got things to do. He's been a champ coming and partaking in the tournament anyway. So this is it, guys. The moment you've all been waiting for. What do you think, Crispy? Who do you think's going to win?
Human Boy is going to upset you when you see that he's got Lizard Man.
I see. I already see the betrayal. My eye's gone, but I still see.
I am not sure how this is going to play out, but I would probably lean towards the High Elves. They've shown a lot more fortitude. They've been able to deal with the tactics better, been able to adapt more. So I would lean towards the High Elves on this one.
Great match. Looking forward to the next tournament. This has been a lot of fun. I thought I would hate PvP. Hey, Canuck, it turns out you're all bloodthirsty psychopaths. Yeah, like the thing is, like playing multiplayer can teach you to be better at the campaign, right? Because if you're gonna be better at winning armies 1v1, like there's no getting away from it in multiplayer. You've got to fight the battles. You've got to think about it. You've got to use proper tactics. Like if you can pull it off against a person, then the AI is no challenge, in my opinion. All hail the lizard boys. There he is, bearded man. Thanks for setting all this up. Yeah, thanks guys for being here. Like it's good to have a good turnout for the channel. It's been pretty solid. Looking forward to stopping talking.
I think we've had an excellent turnout for the tournament as well. Lots of people joined for Discord and joined in on the games.
Yeah, for the first ever official tournament that we've run, like this has turned out pretty solidly. The winner gets to fight SkavenDan for the best of 3 for his chair in the Council of 13. Well, that's where you're wrong in the Discord, Valnir. I don't sit on the Council of 13. I'm a Veminlog. Ha. Yeah, this should be interesting.
Politics, more for the fight.
You got my voices out. Yeah. I'll know to be more prepared next time. Like I need some lemon tea. I'll get some once we've finished the tournament. Like yeah, it's been a solid thing so far. So yeah, thank you guys for being here and attending. It's great. It's great to have some different content on the channel, and I really look forward to casting the replays. And if anyone's a YouTuber or is interested in growing their YouTube, make sure I've got your channel links so that I can throw you a shout out when I do the videos for the individual replays. And obviously I'll subscribe to you because I remember that grind to 1K. The grind is real. I don't care what's on your channel. I'll subscribe to it. As long as it's not weird stuff, because my subscription list is public. Thanks, Vial. It turns out you're allowed to give him because your plan got thwarted before it even happened. I mean, that's definitely some Skaven. This is the way. SkavenDan is amazing in small streams. Oh, thanks, buddy. Like, I just try and support people. Human bite. Oh, I host weird stuff. Oh, do you? Oh, you're a Warhammer streamer. How have I missed your channel all this time? Like, I knew you were a multiplayer, but I didn't realize you were a streamer. There you go. There's no escaping now. I can learn all your strategies and secrets. I know, man. Good to have you here, human. And the match is a go. Oh, that's an army of something or other. This is... You've been holding this one back. Okay. Was I your first sub? I honestly don't remember. Like, I just try and support people. Like, that grind to 1,000 subs was annoying as hell. Like, we gotta help each other out, right? We're a community at the same time. If we can help each other out, it's all for the greater good. In my opinion, anyway. I know not everyone shares that kind of sentiment, but I've tried to help people for as long as I could help people. If you think that's bad, Violerple, I like raided Mildly Annoyed, who's only got like 25 subs, but he had like 3 people watching, and he was like, "Oh my god, I'm being raided." The losers are rioting. We've lost right now and unsure if the winner or loser. That keeps great. Okay, it's the winner. You're supposed to be pyramiding up, you know, to, you know, have lost only 2 battles. But I know you guys have got a bit bloodthirsty and started playing a load of games. So, yeah. Alright, so this is gonna be something else. Look at all of this. Oh my. This is like when...
Did they put on army units caps?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Because there are different types of cavalry.
Alright. Well, this is going to be a massacre one way or the other.
You want a loser, because next time. Yeah, whoever lost in the first 2 rounds and lost the worst wins the spoon. Whoever wins out of the losers fight off wins the rubber ducky, which is the consolation prize. And then it's first and second place. So, Phoenix King and Human Boy have won as first and second.
Well earned, I might add. These have been both very good players, and we've seen some interesting tactics today.
Yeah, I mean, the large armies definitely makes it more interesting in my opinion, because having small armies dueling off is a bit, like, it's supposed to be war, not skirmish war. It's gonna be interesting. Alright, here we go. The lizard men are moving straight in there. Huge front line. And what's he got on his lord? He has gone for fire. He's gone for wind of death. No, sorry, burning head. Wrong wizard type down. Punishment. Yeah, okay.
Burning head's going to be less effective this time because of the amount of cavalry base against.
Yeah, a lot of it's heavily armored as well. So...
Yep. The Dragon Princes, of course, have the fire resistance as well, so that's even less effective.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think it's going to come down more to his units themselves. The red crested skinks
Well, here we go.
have just made contact.
Red crested
Now it's a
sphinx.
heavy charge.
Yeah, and he's setting up a flank as well. He's going to wait for the red crested sphinx bonus to wear off probably, and then charging again with another unit. Keep the pressure on. Who's his lord? Random dude on dragon. And a life mage. Okay. So he's trying to come in on the flank, but he's not really doing much. And micro might be a bit intense with this many more units, but that's par for the course. Cavalry is fighting the cold ones. Pretty solid matchup. See, I don't think the dragon has much value. He's just playing around a lot.
If he can get in on some of these groups when they're already in a fight, then that would be good, but...
Feral Carnosaur just YOLO straight through the middle of the map. Actually made it into the archers. The prince is drawing back to try and get rid of the Feral Carnosaur.
The council is taking a lot of damage quickly, though.
Is a mess.
Don't know how long that's going to last with that many archers round.
Yeah, but it's the ROR version. I'm not sure what it actually gets as an extra special. Oh, it gets Vanguard. Okay. Okay, that's a banishment dropped on the Fireborn. That's half their life. A bitter battle going on.
These cavalry are getting chewed up, and a few of them getting stuck. I think that's going to help this flank somewhat. As long as he can hold the upper flank, he might get the advantage of speed.
Okay, there's a horned one squadron over here doing his worth. Surprisingly.
A lot of armor piercing on those horned ones.
Yeah, it's such a weird janky unit, aren't
They can be. The trouble a lot of people deal with is the rampage, because the moment you get a rampage, you just have no control.
they? Yeah, he's skirmishing
I
back
reckon
with the
this is-
archers.
I reckon this is leaning towards the lizards at the moment. So let's see if they're able to regroup their cavalry, because they're very spread out, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, your problem is the cavalry's getting hunted down. Like, the speed on the horned ones is 78, which is the same as the Silver Elms, so they can't escape. So they're going to get driven off the
There's
map.
Illyrian Reavers in there.
Yeah, the Reavers could come in and help with the extra speed.
Yeah.
He is like trying to take the center again with the High Elves, but I'm not sure if it's going to work out so well. I don't feel this prince has done anything this battle other than run back and forth. But if there's a good blob, he could potentially get a good fire in. No, he's actually going all the way in. Okay, so he's charged straight into the Saurus Warriors.
The fear and terror will help. Being on the
Yeah,
dragon.
one unit has literally just broke because he charged in, so that's going to work in his favour. But he's got to now tank like 5 units there. That horned
At least
ones
against
again,
those-
causing a mess
At
on
least
the other
against
flank.
those he can push out, but
Yeah, he needs to bring these dragon princes back. Like they're not getting value chasing down really beat up units at the back. That's the Silverhelm's job, or even better, the Reavers. Like some of the units are coming back now, so it's reforming. But yeah, I don't know which way this is going to
both
go.
armies have taken quite a lot of damage already. They've traded quite heavily.
Yeah.
The archers used over half their army and are going to start losing the value soon.
Yeah, what's the Lizardman got in reserve? So he's got the Sacred Croxagore coming in. They're pretty much full strength, so that's going to be a problem. And he's got a Bastillodon with healing. Ah, man. So he's got the double heal. Yeah, okay. So Lizardmen might have this. It looks like.
Not over yet. There's still quite a bit of force for the High Elves.
Yeah, the Prince is actually doing good work in the middle, bogging down 5 units, and a lot of them are starting to break now. It's been a bit of a mistake not to actually focus that prince down. But I guess that's the trap, right?
That's very good against the arrows.
Yeah. But the thing is, he can just change targets or pull back a bit. Like, he's skirmishing away now.
Yeah.
So he's just going to pick off whatever to gain some good safe distance. If he can regroup all his forces, he might be in with a chance. If he can keep cycling back in again with the prince. But he needs to get rid of that Bastillodon. The rarefication crystal's going to really mess him up if he keeps healing stuff.
He gets a fair few charges on it as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's like 7 or something. What does it tell me? Your warriors are fleeing. He gets 4. Okay.
I think it was more on Warhammer 2. I think it was.
No, I think I think it's single player. Sorry, it gets like 8. Unless they've nerfed it. It's probably 4 in multiplayer for balance reasons. Can you imagine having like 8 heals and you just bring 2 of them? And you're like, yeah, okay. Here's my monster army. I win.
The Prince on Dragon still has quite a lot of health. It's still quite useful.
Yeah, he's been able to choose his targets, but I think if he was on like a Great Eagle rather than a Dragon, he would have been a lot faster. He'd have been able to smash some of these fleeing units and make sure they don't come back.
Shadow
to the Dragon Princes, they're... Oh, there they are. I've just looked to see that the Horned ones are killing the Dragon Princes. Okay.
Those Horned ones certainly making their points worth. I think they're probably...
Yeah, they're like dirt cheap. Horned ones, I think.
They're not as dirt cheap as the cold ones, but they're certainly making their points worth.
Hey, Jevon. And everyone else. It looks like the High Elves are going to struggle. This is kind of the last stand now.
Both armies are regrouping somewhat.
Yeah, it's going back in again. Oh, it's Winklebot. Hey, dude. Good to see you. Yeah, Lizardmen are just ignoring the High Elves and completely reforming. The High Elves are running out of steam. Like, you could potentially do some hit and runs on those really beat up units and just try and drag them out formation, but I don't think he's got the time.
He's running out of options.
Yeah.
He's only got a few units that are going to be viable at this point. And he can't afford to be picky. He has to be a bit more aggressive in what he chooses, because he's just walking into traps. I feel like this has been largely determined by human.
Yeah, they both ran at each other at the start. I think having an entire cavalry army was a nice idea to mix it up a bit, but
100% for the meme army, definitely. I love that. But the functionality definitely is for Lizards. They had the tools aimed at. They got exactly.
See, he's breaking a whole bunch of the Lizardmen units. If he'd have done this earlier, if he'd have had the Prince on a Griffin or something faster, so he could have just swooped in and made him panic, you know.
Yeah.
Pick off
That's
the
a good
units.
as well.
Yeah. He's coming in again. He's trying his best to get some more points, but ultimately, I think once he runs out of ammo on all these units, I think he's in trouble. I think we're almost at that point. He's got one unit over there that's shooting as it's coming back, but it's quite the outnumbered battle right now. Yeah, 125 versus 600. Sure, does the shield give you a defensive bonus in melee?
It's plus 44% what would save.
Well, it was only against range units, but...
No, it's ward save. It's against everything.
Okay.
Very effective. Very useful skill to be using. Glad to see that he's been using it throughout the battle.
Yeah, definitely useful with the prince there to try and stop the prince having any major impact.
Definitely.
But, I mean, see, if he had the speed now to disengage with his troops and start harassing all these mostly broken units, he could probably break them all and try and muster some kind of comeback, but I'm not sure.
I think
at
that's
this
the
point.
loss is just triggered.
Yeah, GG.
Well played, though. Well played.
Alright. And that's it, guys. That was the final round. So Human Boy, Phoenix King are the winners. The losers bracket. The loser who did the worst, I need to look at the replays and determine which one it is. And then for the winner of the losers bracket, I need to go through and look at all the replays that have been sent in, because that's going to be a screwy intervention. So thank you very much, everyone. Radiant Ash says hi. Hi, Radiant Ash. We were just doing some campaign, so well, campaign tournament. It's been a bit of a grind versus, so I'm just gonna pop back in normal chat. So hopefully you guys are all happy with that. That was quite the battle off, I think. Lizardmen pulling it out at the very end. I would have preferred to go on for longer, but we've been doing this all evening now, so it's been quite the stream. It's only been 3 hours of non-stop talking, but it feels like forever. Yeah. I'm going to have to abandon you guys. I'm sorry about that. It's a bit of a poor timing, so let's find you someone else to go watch. I'll follow a radio with someone. Okay, there's got to be someone else streaming, right? Hey, you know what? Can I raid this guy? Is it going to let me do this? Redirect. Upcoming. No. Okay, I was going to say, like, Turin's literally streaming right now, but we can't redirect to him. So, yeah, I guess I'll just drop the link in chat. If you guys want to watch more tournament games, Turin is actually live right now doing another tournament. So, thank you very much, everyone. I'll be doing like a little Q&A thing on the Discord, and hopefully I'll talk to you again and we'll arrange something else. Thank you very much. If you do go over to Turin stream, say hi for me, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one.